Investigate TV Plus on WABI.
Welcome to WABI's live coverage of the 59th Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race. We want to thank Coastal Auto Parts, the title sponsor for our coverage of today's race. Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. I'm Ben Barr. Connor Magliozzi is joining me here in the wide open booth. Alyssa Thurlow is Streamside. We'll get to catch up with her a little bit later. You know, Connor, it's the natural progression. We have a great time with first and 5 football, starting 5 basketball, and now it's the Kenduskeag race. Welcome to the booth, buddy.
Absolutely, Ben. Thank you so much for having me here. And, you know, yeah, it's always great to hop on the call with you. It should be a great day. And got to say, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here today. It's 60 degrees, relatively clear skies. And, you know, it's really funny, the joke that I shared with you over the last couple of weeks when I found out I was going to be doing this. You know, obviously, over the years, I've been the Streamside reporter, you know, out there. And the weather conditions have not been particularly ideal. It's been a lot of cold. It's been a lot of rain. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm finally going to be in that nice, warm, dry booth, and of course the one year that I am is the one year it is absolutely gorgeous outside. But you know, walking to the booth today, saw a lot of smiling faces, a lot of happy people, and you know, I just feel like that's, you know, the nice weather really resonates, and I just feel like everyone's been in such a good mood because of it.
You are just the tradition breaker. A beautiful day as soon as you're covered up and fine, because you're going to have dry feet today.
Yeah, I figured it might as well happen, you know, and that is true. I will admit it. I joked that, and I'm very grateful for the fact that I'm not going to be jumping into the stream this year. Somehow that became a tradition, but now I kind of miss it a little bit.
Yeah, and even this year, it would have been an easy job because with the storms we had the other day, it looks like we have a pretty high water mark today. Might make for some fast times, but some unexpected spills as well because it looks easy on the outset, but maybe that pride or rock will get you still.
And you know, and that's the thing about the high water level. You know, obviously you have that one dynamic where, you know, things should be going a little bit faster, but at the same time, there are some, you know, objects out there that are a little bit more hidden, and so you might find yourself into some tricky spots, thinking that you're in the clear, and but there is a rock directly underneath you.
Yes, now anything can sneak up on me if I was ever in this race for sure. I'll only speak for myself, but there's a lot of these canoe racers out here that know exactly what they're doing. You have some favorites from over the years, that's for sure.
Well, Ben, you know, I got to say, I'm not putting money on this particular race, but if I did, I feel like there's one person that sticks out the most. You know, a lot of times, you know, we talk about the GOATs of sports. You know, Brady has 7 rings, Jordan has 6. Trevor McLean has won this race 19 times. His first time ever racing it was back in the first time he ever won, rather, was back in 2002. He has now won 6 years in a row. And I'll tell you what, after he won it in 2008, he won it for the next 12 years in a row. Then obviously we had that break with COVID. In 2021, I did not see his name listed, but I did see it again in 2022 when he came back to win. So if I was gonna be a betting man on this race, I feel like Trevor McLean is probably a safe bet.
It's hard to believe, you know, a lot of these sports dynasties only go to the mid-single digits, and he's just doing it to that extent. That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've been around, you know, you mentioned to me a little bit about how Gumby's been here since 1992. That's when I was born. There's been no dynasty in my lifetime. I would think about the New York Islanders in the 80s or something like that has even come close to good old Mr. McLean.
Absolutely, and you know, I love that you mentioned Gumby there. Gumby is such a fan favorite here, and it's easy to see why. I'll never forget the first time that I ever came by to cover this race. I didn't know much about it, to be entirely honest with you, and all of a sudden I saw Gumby, and when I tell you, I just felt like a little kid in the moment. I just got so excited to see it, and you typically know when Gumby's coming by the amount of applause and just the roaring crowd here. It looks like, we take a look around, we got a really great bunch out here today. A lot of people coming out here to watch the race. It's always fun to see people line the river here.
Ever since the very first Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race, I think my old line and adage always rings true that the real winners are the fans. Come on, 59 times over, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just a beautiful day. I've been doing this since 2022, and this is by far the best one. Our open air canopy that we have here at 6 Mile Falls. It's sure to be a great day, that's for sure.
And I feel like it's also, it's kind of like that mark of, the weather is finally getting nice. I know over the years that it hasn't been the case. I know they've had some extreme weather historically in the past, but I know in the last couple of years it's like, okay, the snow is for the most part is gone. The weather's getting nicer. People a little bit happier. Baseball is, gone into full swing, and obviously hitting the playoffs there for the NBA and NHL.
They always say that this race is the rite of spring. It's like the last little, I know this day's beautiful today, but when it's tougher, it's that last little rough patch of weather before spring completely breaks and everybody can enjoy themselves. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a test run there on those rapids. I think they're picking out their high water spots where you really need to see, oh, this might be a trouble mark for anybody that's coming through here.
And that is one thing we're going to see a lot today. Obviously the wipeouts are a big part of this race. We also have an incredible crew around the water here, making sure that if anyone does find themselves in jeopardy, that they will be there to be rescued right out of the water.
And the thing about this race, just the time frame that we have, it's a 16.5-mile course. Everyone got started at 11 a.m. up at the Kenudskeag Union Church, where your last-minute chance to grab your bib and whatnot. This is 6 Mile Falls, and I always need to remind myself, what does it even mean? That means that folks that come through here, they're already 10 miles into their race, and then they'll have about 6 miles to go until they wrap up in downtown Bangor.
Seems like a very fitting name.
Yeah, I finally started to catch on. So, we're just getting our pre-race coverage going here. Be sure to join us in just a few minutes. We'll be right back from 6 Mile Falls.
The Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race on WABI is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold. Winsmore Garage Doors and more. Everyone wins at Winsmore. And Allied Realty. Buying or selling a home, call the results team at Allied Realty.
It's time to go racing under the lights.
There could be chaos here tonight. It's going to be a great night for racing.
We're going to bring home a trophy tonight.
Doing it under the lights is so special.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Tonight from Kansas at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on the CW.
Buying or selling real estate? Look no further for brokerage services than the results team at Allied Realty. At Allied Realty, we're here to provide real-time, accurate information, explaining all of your options so you can make an informed decision. Our team of local agents has the expertise and market knowledge of our communities, giving you an advantage whether you're looking for a camp, forever home, or large piece of land to settle down. Contact us today to list your property. Choose the results team at Allied Realty.
Want a more reliable garage door system? Get a LiftMaster from Winsmore Garage Door Company. Call 930-DOOR. Winsmore Garage Door Company.
When every step matters, Physical Therapy and Balance Center helps you take yours with confidence. From dizziness, vertigo, and balance issues to jaw pain from TMJ, sore joints, sprains, and post-surgery recovery. Our expert team uses advanced one-on-one care to get you moving again. We help you stay steady, ease pain, and get back to the activities you love, whether you're recovering from an injury or working to prevent a fall. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Bangor. Spelled different because we are different.
Welcome back to WABI's pre-race coverage here at 6 Mile Falls of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. Connor, we're already off to a fast start of our pregame chat here before the canoes start ripping on through these rapids. Speaking of that, why don't we go over a little bit about the high achievements, the fast times of the race?
Yeah, Ben, so it's interesting. 1997 saw the fastest times for both the solo and duo dynamic of the race here. So Robert Lang, as a solo rider, had a time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 8 seconds. And then for the duo, it was 1 hour, 51 minutes, 27 seconds. That was set by Fred Ludwig and Steve Moser, once again, also in 1997. So those records have been holding, I've realized, for almost 30 years now. And I'm not going to lie to you, Ben, when I sat there and looked at 1997 and realized that's almost been 30 years, that hurt me on the inside just a little bit.
That went straight into my heart as well, Connor. But I'll tell you one thing, if I was Robert, Fred, or Steve, and that was my record, I'd be talking about that for 30 years plus and more.
Oh, every single time that I would go out, that is what I would be telling the people.
I'll tell you one thing, there's no way they wiped out these rapids with a time like that. So that's what I don't, would you portage at these falls? Tell the truth.
You know, I'd like to think that I wouldn't, because I feel like I need to know what it's like to go down these rapids. I feel like if I wanted to legitimately compete and go for a high time, you know, I would certainly portage. But if I'm, most things that I do, I'm doing out there for fun. And so I feel like if I did this, I would try and build my courage and face them head on.
Yeah, try not too hard and stuff, that's for sure. Yeah, we're still waiting on the first couple of crews here. They're going to be buzzing through in a little while with an 11 a.m. start. That is new this year. I think that was a little bit later this time. Oh, maybe that'll be the latest edition of our rescue crew.
I just get so excited, Ben, every single time I see a dog. I'm not going to lie.
You're a dog guy.
Right before we came into here, I saw this giant dog right outside the booth. I literally looked to the owner to ask for permission. Without even saying a word, she just goes, "Go ahead." And man, was that a good time. Every single time I see a dog, it makes my day better.
For sure. I wonder if there's going to be any dogs on canoes today.
I will say I do believe that is it could be against the rules, unfortunately. But one of the things that I will say that we will see, and one of my personal favorite things, we touched on it a little bit with Gumby, is a lot of the people who dress up and have costumes for this. Some of the favorite ones I've seen over the years, I believe we saw some Vikings. I believe we saw some Wizards. Ben, I know we've made this joke back and forth, and I've asked this question before, but you had to dress up for fun for this event. What costume do you think you're going with?
You know, I always try. It's a year-to-year thing. There's always the trendy costume and stuff, so I'm going to have to think about the topic of just what's trending in the news right now. But I'm still kind of feeling it from St. Patrick's Day. I might be a leprechaun. I think it's Peter Griffin is always my go-to costume for Halloween because it's my white shirt and green pants, my glasses, and I call it a day, you know, because it's just like a spinning image, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's definitely some of my go-tos, but that's for sure.
I feel like for me, I'd have to go pirates.
Yeah.
Especially you get a couple of friends together. Ben, I'm not going to lie, we'd be out there singing sea shanties all 16 and a half miles down. And I got to say, a personal little anecdote here. You brought up the leprechaun dynamic. I don't know if I told you this. When I played rugby in college, my nickname was Lucky because the first try, which a try is equivalent to a touchdown for that sport, it was considered really lucky. And my coach looked at me and said that I also looked like a leprechaun.
But you're like 6'5".
Yeah, that's fair, but I'll tell you, a lot of my teammates significantly taller, Ben, I will say.
The graduate school growth spurt out of Connor, apparently. Well, we'll be back with more from 6 Mile Falls in Bangor, but now here's a bird's eye view of the race course, sponsored by Next Home Experience. Get loot and get sold.
The Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race is a timed event over a 16.5-mile course that begins in the village of Kenduskeag. Much of the race is over flat water, but there are some rapids along the route, including the notorious 6 Mile Falls. This is an optional portage point, approximately 10 miles into the course. Many participants choose to run the rapids here, and the site has become a highlight of the event for spectators seeking vicarious thrills from watching race participants navigate the sometimes treacherous drop. Here's a look at the Flour Mill Dam section of the course. one of 2 mandatory portages paddlers face before they make their way into the city of Bangor. The side of the canals lets paddlers know that the finish line is within reach. And fittingly, the race course ends near Kenduskeag Plaza.
When it comes to results, the difference is clear. Next Home Experience rises above the rest, leading in sales volume, leading in trust. We're a winning team because of you. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
The WABI app for connected TVs is your connection to the information you want.
Locally produced news from across the country and around the corner. Loads of archived content available on your schedule, including previous newscasts.
And app-exclusive local programming live from the WABI Now news desk.
Including special newscasts, first alert weather, and breaking news as it happens. Search WABI on your connected TV and start streaming today.
Early diagnosis of autism is critical in helping children. Here are a few of the more common signs of autism.
Autism usually appears during the first 3 years of a child's life and impacts their social relationships, communication skills, and behaviors.
And here are things kids like.
Autism is treatable. Early intervention can change lives. To be connected to a service provider, contact a family information specialist at the Department of Health and Human Services at 1-800-432-7366.
Year after year, more buyers and sellers choose Next Home Experience, and our results keep climbing. 2025 marks our strongest year yet, showing what peak performance can achieve. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race pre-race show here on WABI from 6 Mile Falls. Connor's breaking out his binoculars, and they must be powerful if you've seen any canoe racers yet.
I have not seen any canoe racers yet. You know, this race got started at 11 a.m., so still have yet to see anyone come through, but you got the feeling it's probably going to be happening sometime soon.
But that's all right. The fans are down here and ready to go. We've gotten a chance to walk around a little bit. How do you kind of gauge the excitement of folks watching this tradition?
You know, Ben, what's funny, walking on in, just heard a lot of laughs, saw a lot of smiles, and it's such a fun time to come out here and really get together as a community. You know, obviously for the last several months, a lot of us have been inside, not wanting to go outside with the cold weather, but today's a beautiful day, and I really feel like you get the sense of just joy, you know, here. It's a beautiful day. It's a great tradition. It's a lot of fun. Obviously been doing this now in its 59th year, which is just absolutely incredible.
I also want to say, if you're coming down here to 6 Mile Falls, to maybe check out some of those Girl Scout cookies. I think I already did it. They're ready to go because you can even get them through Venmo and help out a local cause.
Well, the funny thing is I was just about to say it's a shame that I forgot my wallet today, but now you bring in the Venmo dynamic, and I'm thinking, oh man, that old bank account of mine is probably going to take a little bit of a hit, no?
Yeah, that's no excuse anymore. Now, I mean, you might forget your wallet, but you'll never forget your phone.
That's true. That's true. That's smart that they.
We got to look at those guys testing out the falls just a moment ago, and they're going to be there all day for helping out canoe racers like me that will just completely eat it over those falls. And if they need any help, just going to say the Salute to Heroes is sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. Those are nice people there. I remember when they first started up here, I got to meet them one time for a story right by my bank there in Bangor. The anticipation is mounting here for the 59th edition. I can't believe that next year is going to make 60 years of this thing.
It's insane, and it's really a phenomenal legacy. And you know, it's so funny because the story of how all of this got started is it essentially came out of a failed event for the most part. And pardon me as I peruse through my notes here to the exact specifications of how this all started. So the race was founded by Llewellyn Spook Gilman and Edwin Sonny Colburn. Now, originally, you know, they had planned on a bicycle ride as a fundraiser, and the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race's website states that went zilch. And apparently it all began with a phone call of one saying to the other, like, hey, I got an idea, let's do a canoe race. And overnight, they ran with it, and here we are all of these years later, obviously getting ready for that 60th one next year. It's amazing to me that a spur-of-the-moment idea has, a legacy now of almost 6 decades.
Could you imagine the intuition of those guys where it's like, the bike race fails, but I bet canoes will work, and here we are 59 years later.
Ben, I call that a moment of genius.
I'm still waiting on my first one, buddy.
You know what? Me too. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, my gosh, that's great. But no, I've gotten to meet the co-founders over the years. They've been great people for sure, especially Colburn family and everyone, for sure.
And also, it's grown a considerable amount, over these years. The first one, all those years ago, it did not have a ton of paddlers. And now we have over 400 crafts with 750 paddlers here in 2026, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, that first race all the way back in 1967, it's actually on May 21st, only had 32 boats, 51 paddlers. And I know in some years they've had over 1,000 people partaking in this race.
That's a crazy amount of growth over the years. And one of our recent crowd shots showed a young Lawrence Bulldog with his track and field hoodie on. I want to ask you, what sport do you think might translate well to being good at running the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race?
That's a great question. I'll have to think on that for a second. Obviously, anything with endurance. It's funny. My brain automatically went to rowing. Like that was an obvious answer.
Okay.
I had a couple of friends in college who did that race, or did that sport rather. I'm trying to think.
I have one idea because I think hockey players could be good at it. You know why? It's not because they have frozen water and now it's regular water. But, you always see those football players going out and checking out a hockey game. It's amazing that these guys, they have all the strength, but then they have to have that little extra when it comes to balance. And I think that's a big deal. You have the guns to row it, but then also when you're getting through these 6-mile falls, I think that could be a key asset.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. And if not, just embrace debate. Yeah,
absolutely, without a doubt. I feel like tennis might be able to help you a little bit. Kind of get that range of motion going to both sides. Have to have a decent amount of balance. So we were talking about pickleball earlier today. That's something you have seemed to enjoy quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm a pickleball starter right now, so I gotta get to that.
That's a sport that I do have to try one of these days. Grace Bradley has been trying to convince me to give it a go.
Yes, absolutely. Got you. So, yeah, we were just talking about the originators of the race. Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race co-founder, Sonny Colburn, passed away at 93 years old on February 20th. I spoke to people close to him about his legacy. Sonny Colburn will be honored at the start and finish line of the 59th Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race.
It's amazing what I've heard from people sending condolences and the stories that I've gotten from them that I never even knew. The extent to how it benefited them.
It will be different because, all these years, Sonny was always at the start of the race when I was there. Sonny was just great. He always had a story. He always had a little twinkle in his eye. And it was just, he was always a fun person to be around.
He's been an icon. He comes in here every year. This is obviously the first year that he won't be showing his face, which is very unfortunate, but he will always be remembered.
Colburn co-founded the race with Lou Gilman, who passed away in 2011 at the age of 81.
Oh my God, meant the world to him. I mean, that's all he talked about. That's all he wore for clothes, his shirts, his Kenudskeag shirts. I mean, it was just the most important thing in the world to him. And he and Lou starting that race, it was just, that's all. He ate, slept, and dreamt Kenudskeag Canoe Race.
This race wouldn't have been anything without the two of them. I feel very fortunate to have gotten to meet both of them.
The event sparked Colburn and Gilman's own traditions, among many others, for canoe racers.
The morning of the race, Lou showed up at my house. And I'd pour them each a great big Bloody Mary with the celery and the jumbo shrimp and bacon and anything else I could get in the Bloody Mary. But that was the start of their Kenudskeag Canoe Race day.
It always has just been like a rite of spring. Everybody knows pretty much when that third week of April comes around, people are ready to get out and do stuff. The weather's usually a lot better than the winter.
Sonny last ran the race in the 50th edition in 2016 when he was 83.
The last 10 years of my life, I mean, with him have been phenomenal. I mean, they've been great. He had dementia. Maybe that had a lot to do with it. But he was a great guy. I mean, he would do anything for anybody.
Colburn and Gilman have been honored on the race sticker since its inception.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road and the drive to help more families in Maine. April is Autism Awareness Month, and Autos for Autism is back. That means you can join your local Napa Auto or Truck Care Center and your Coastal Auto Parts location to help families living with autism right here in Maine. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Buying or selling real estate? Look no further for brokerage services than the results team at Allied Realty. At Allied Realty, we're here to provide real-time, accurate information, explaining all of your options so you can make an informed decision. Our team of local agents has the expertise and market knowledge of our communities, giving you an advantage whether you're looking for a camp, forever home, or large piece of land to settle down. Contact us today to list your property. Choose the results team at Allied Realty.
It felt like nobody really cared.
Had you not seen our investigation, what would you have done?
If this doesn't change, will people get hurt?
Yes, absolutely. How do you respond to that?
Honestly, it saved my life.
Weekday afternoons at 3:30.
The Big Bang Theory brings you the Genius Guide to Fine Dining.
This is the best top ramen you've ever made.
I discovered a secret ingredient, the flavor packet. That sucker is well named.
The Big Bang Theory.
6 nights a week on TV5.
Welcome back to the Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race pre-race show here on WABI. We want to thank Coastal Auto Parts, the title sponsor for our coverage of today's race. Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And you've got your starting five and first and five family up here in the booth. It's Connor Magliozzi and Ben Barr, that's for sure. We're starting to get a little bit of action first. Portages, bib number 1. Eric Nevins, River Robertson, James Maybe, Rhiannon Maybe, and Ashton Maybe. You just saw Mr. Maybe in that story about Sonny Colburn. So they are portaging. They've made it, Connor.
We have our first racers of the day coming through. There they go. They're back in the water, and they are off.
And gone. Kenduskeag screaming. And speaking of that, we just got our first total numbers in. How many folks do we have here today, Connor?
Yeah, Ben, so the numbers were just updated for us. We have, because obviously you have people registering fairly recently. We have 881 people competing here today. They're going to be in 461 crafts.
And here are Rick Farnsworth, Rick Galls, Morgan Baxter, and Greg Soul in number 6.
Okay, so we've had 2 crafts come through, both making the decision to portage, a smart one. I feel like that's the best thing you got to do for your time.
Oh yeah, especially if you're getting down here this early, you got to be wondering about your time and keep on moving. Hey, that's the smart play, okay?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So that's the most common portage area typically around these falls. They might even start higher up there on the left-hand side just to keep it. But yeah, pretty soon we'll have a lot of the costume folks just ripping through those rapids. As you see, number 6 again making their way down towards downtown Bangor.
And, doing the portage this year should be a little bit easier. I remember in years past when it was raining, conditions weren't great. That area got very, very slippery. And so a lot of people thought, you know what, hey, I really don't want to wipe out on the rapids. Well, they did wipe out in the woods over there. So hopefully the drier conditions will make that process a little bit easier. And but I got to say, there is one bib number that I'm going to be looking for most in particular. That is going to be bib number 115. Ben, David Kennedy, who is 83 years old today, is competing in the race for the very first time. Bangor Parks and Rec Department have told us that this was a bucket list item for him to finally be able to do this. So congratulations to you, David Kennedy. I cannot wait to see you come through here, and that's awesome. 83 years young and racing for the very first time.
That reminds me, we had that story the other week about when Cooper Flagg went and played the Celtics, and that gentleman there, that was his first Celtics game after all this time, and not to date anybody, but he looked like he might have graduated with Mr. Kennedy, and it's a great memory, that is for sure.
I'll tell you what, when they put him up on the Jumbotron, the Garden went absolutely berserk cheering him on.
I'll tell you one thing, the Garden's going to go nuts this weekend when the Celtics start killing my Philadelphia 76ers.
And Ben,
because they don't have a chance.
Ben, I will love every single second of it. I'm not going to lie.
That's all right.
Also excited that the Bruins are finally back in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's, that 1 year without it really hurt because I'm not going to lie, growing up, I feel like some of my favorite memories of over the summers have been just, watching those Bruins games with my dad. Because I'm not going to lie, the Boston Bruins, bit of a religion in the Magliozzi household.
I was up for a wedding in 2011, and I was going to go to the parade, but then the Bruins, the day after they won the Stanley Cup in Vancouver, mind you, they made it back for happy hour at Tita's on Long Wharf. Stanley Cup just randomly at my hotel, so that saved a trip. Got a picture with Tuukka Rask. He wasn't quite as busy as Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas was the hero on that team.
I don't know what it was, but in that one cup run, that man just played completely out of his mind.
Insane. What a memory across the sports landscape, and we're going to get closer to more this summer, I'm sure. WABI began airing the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race in 1997, and here are some of our favorite memories of covering the race, sponsored by Winsmore Garage Doors and more. Everyone wins more.
Live from 6 Mile Falls in Bangor, welcome to Channel 5 Sports coverage of the 31st running of the Kenduskeag Canoe Race.
Well, good morning. I'm Tim Throckmorton here with Laney Witt, and we got a cast of characters here today, and boy, you should be glad you're home watching this on television, I think.
We just saw our first spill in the water. Wouldn't want to be those canoers.
They're being dragged out by Dirigo Search and Rescue already. It's the 31st annual running of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe and Kayak Race.
We're going to be talking to some folks on the sidelines who are eagerly awaiting the rest of the canoes coming down. They're all pretty excited about it.
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting place to hang out right where I am.
We got ourselves a perfect day for this. Bright sunshine. Oh, one problem. Water's still a little bit cold down there.
We're waiting for Zip Kellogg. Who knows where he is? Matt, please swing the camera around because this gentleman right here, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and you're already heckling me.
See, it's pretty quiet down here. Behind me, though, a lot of people already starting to crowd up along the banks here.
Throughout the race, I'll be checking in with spectators who right now are anxiously awaiting for these racers to come on down the stream.
We'll have the spills and chills. Let's send it back to the guys in the truck.
We weren't competing to win anything because everybody was passing us. Hence the phrase, if you can't be fast, be funny.
Good morning and welcome to the banks of the Kenudskeag Stream. I'm Tim Throckmorton, joined by Hillary Billings for the 41st running of the Kenudskeag Canoe Race.
I don't know. I've done this race 2 years in a row. I'm a vet. First year we did it 2.5 hours. Second year I did it with my stepdad Phil. It was 4.5 hours, a little longer.
Nearly 500 boats, about 900 paddlers in this year's canoe race.
I just heard that it's 408 boats, which is it's about 98 boats more than last year, nearly 100 more boats.
It's a little cold, about 50. Could be worse, though. It's been colder. Hold on, we have someone coming right by me. They're portaging. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yes, there is a Dracula sighting. Here he is.
Yes, hello. I'm here at the 2018 Kenudskeag Canoe Race with a fellow reporter. Now,
hi, Courtney Cartwright, everyone.
Once again, thanks for all the search and rescue, and thanks to everybody. Bangor Parks and Rec just putting on a spectacular event, having everybody so excited and treating everybody so well. Really a staple for our Eastern Maine area, and just having it every year and having it be this fun.
When it comes to results, the difference is clear. Next Home Experience rises above the rest, leading in sales volume, leading in trust. We're a winning team because of you. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Want a more reliable garage door system? Get a LiftMaster from Winsmore Garage Door Company. Call 930-DOOR. Winsmore Garage Door Company.
This week on the Night Show Performance Series.
I can't help but thinking
lives do they live?
To say thanks for watching, WABI will treat you to something special. We'll pick up part of your tab at a local restaurant, shop, or entertainment business. Every Friday morning at 9, visit WABI.tv and click on the It's Our Treat button for details. From all of us at WABI, thanks for watching.
Year after year, more buyers and sellers choose Next Home Experience, and our results keep climbing. 2025 marks our strongest year yet, showing what peak performance can achieve. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race on WABI. Connor Magliozzi and Ben Barr here in the booth with you this afternoon. A quick shout out to all our behind-the-scenes crew today, coming through clutch just now, giving Connor a water because he had trouble opening his propeller. Hey, I had trouble too, man. That was tight.
Well, Ben, it's kind of funny because one of the first things that you learn whenever you're going to be on a broadcast is always bring water with you because you talk a lot, your mouth gets a little bit dry. So I brought my water bottle, I sat down, I went to open it, and I'm telling you, neither of us could open this. I think there was a mistake at the factory. That thing was sealed tight. But shout out to Herbie for the amazing assist bringing me that bottle of water, which I appreciate a lot. And getting that delivery brings back a story from this race that I absolutely love. In doing the research to come into today and talk about this race, I was going through a lot of history, and whoever wrote that on the Canoe Race's website did a phenomenal job because in 1987, right here at 6 Mile Falls, 2 paddlers in a canoe, they got a pizza delivery that timed up perfectly with them getting here to the stream, which I just think is absolutely incredible. And as we see, we now have another person here in a kayak who has done
that's
the portage.
Mr. Trevor McLean.
Oh, that's Mr. Trevor McLean. Is he going to win yet again? We'll have to wait and see. Is the 19-time champion going to make it number 20 this year? Yeah. I feel like that's a safe bet that he's probably going to.
You got to like his chances. You said you weren't betting on it.
Well, you know what? At this point, Ben, let's be honest.
It's probably off the board at this point.
I probably should have.
After 19 championships, he's probably not on the board anymore.
Mr. McLean is all the way from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Yes. He's followed up quickly by Ben Randall, of course, out of Sabattis. Tell us more about Ben Randall.
You know, it's funny. In the last several years, you're only going to see one name for the winner that is not Trevor McLean, and that is Ben Randall. I know over the couple of years he has finished second with Mr. McLean, so maybe we'll get an upset today. Maybe he'll finally take that throne from him. Mr. Randall won it back in 2021.
Well, you can say he's the number 1 Mainer then, too. This is Sabattis versus Dartmouth.
I mean, listen, I feel like I have to be objective in this, but if we have a Mainer competing, I'm going to want him to win.
That's right. It's not the Dartmouth from the Ivy League or anything like that, that's for sure. But, yeah, we're starting to get the number 1 contenders here about 40 minutes into our broadcast, and that means they just covered their first 10 miles in an hour and 40 minutes. It must be good. They're here.
It must be. And it's amazing to me that you said that, they have come through in an hour and 40 minutes, and to think that the fastest time ever in this race was an hour and 50 minutes.
Jeez,
that's insane
cooking.
To me. That is cooking, as the kids say.
What kind of kayaks did they have back then? They must have tiger-proofed the kayaks or something. I don't know.
Listen, I mean, it was 1997. That was I would say it was the Wild West, but I was not alive at that time. So,
hey, I was, man. Come on.
I know.
I know.
Listen, I'm getting old, Ben. I can't tell you the amount of times, obviously, with us working in sports, that I go to interview a high school athlete. We end the interview and they're like, "Thank you, sir," and I'm like, I didn't think I was that old, but you know what? I'm getting up there. I'm reaching unk status, as the kids say.
Yeah, I went to Camden Hills girls tennis. I was like, this is some great throwbacks from when I was in college. Like, oh yeah, it's a 2014 mix. Sweet.
Oh,
there's no saving us now. It's a slippery slope.
The day I hear of a high school for their Spirit Week doing a vintage day of the 2010s, it's going to be the day I call it a day and say I'm officially old.
Well, I think something unique to you. See, you were the quarterback of the Herman Hawks, all right? And the day that they have throwback night, and it's a Connor Magliozzi era uniform, I think that's what would hit me the most.
It would. It certainly would. Although, I will say, you do bring that up, Ben. Let's be honest. A lot of interceptions were thrown during that tenure. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's what's nostalgic about it. It's
You know
like
what?
every Chicago Bear quarterback.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, man. So the crews are ready to go. This Salute to Heroes is sponsored by Physical Therapy and a Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. And if I was in this race, I'd be headed there probably right afterwards.
Yeah.
I'd be off kilter and everything.
I got to imagine you're going to be pretty sore the next day. Although I do see we have a very bright yellow.
A faint on the horizon.
Crafts coming through. Oh, we got a
High-end
couple.
portageur.
Oh, so now it's really starting to pick up. I see, what is that, 2, 3 crafts?
It's a couple of them.
That's a couple of them. They're starting to come through.
Fast and furious.
And I feel that's what typically happens with this race. You know, you start by not having a lot of people come through, and then it's just all of a sudden, all at once, here they come. And you can you hear the crowd starting to cheer them on.
They're here.
As we have another.
Number 37, Hank Thorburn and Matthew Hoystein. I'm trying it. I'm butchering it. Whatever. They're from Harpswell and Millinocket, and I can get the towns right. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, Connor.
Yeah, we will do our best with these pronunciations.
I love that ABA style kayak they have there. Red, white, and blue. Do they own a barber shop? You never know.
I feel like we got to find out.
It might be spinning around. It'll look just like one.
Yeah. That's a stylish canoe, kayak.
Yeah. I always like we get these lineup sheets every year with the brand new canoe racers every year. We love to shout them out, and then all of a sudden, oh, I didn't know somebody's last name was aluminum siding all of a sudden. Just going for the free plug. Okay, whatever.
Although, Ben, if we look now, we do have one group who are going to be attempting the rapids for the very first time.
Testing it.
Let's see how they do. A little bit of trouble. Oh. That was very clean.
Oh, 68, the team representing Yaromir Yager in this race. Jeff Owen and Hannah Rubin. Orono and Montpelier, Vermont. I think that's a state capital. Maybe.
You know, back in my youth, I would have been able to tell you. But those facts have eluded me over time.
You know, one more point about that, that pizza delivery and our struggles with the Propel bottle. I suggested to Connor that he should throw down his bottle to one of the canoe racers, and they'd probably be able to open it and then throw it back up here to the booth.
It would be the assist of a century.
The strength is down there, not up here. And they're safely through. There's the first one on our broadcast to actually test the falls and pass.
Yeah, didn't seem like they had a lot of difficulty with it either. You know, it was seemed very composed, didn't panic, and right on through. So there we go, first one of the day. Congratulations to them.
And I say it that way because, the prize of the first falls failure is still on the board and waiting to be claimed here today. But it's a high water mark day. You never know. Yeah, again, just to recap from earlier, we were talking Connor mentioned that it kind of dried up towards this weekend, but we did have that rain in the middle of the week, which has allowed for a high water mark today. Some of the famous, like the Pride Rocks in the middle, not really in sight to us, but they could still be a threat if you don't see them or are aware. This is Team 44, Brady and J.D. Burke from Newburgh, Maine. They must be friends with Ricky Craven. They're going fast through. They're Newburgh boys all the way. True and true.
I can't believe, Josh got the chance to ride along with Mr. Craven on that track.
Yes.
That's so cool.
I got to get in there. It looks like a lot of fun. All right, this is the Curry team, the 30, if I'm reading that correctly. I'm getting all the low numbers so far. Suzanne Mako and Vitus Marchelionis. Reykjavik, Iceland on the river. Cumberland, Maine as well.
Well done. All right, so we're 2 for 2 now for the Rapids.
The award for the furthest commute and trip for this race, Reykjavik, Iceland.
Got to visit there one day.
I remember going to that sailboat race down in Northeast Harbor, and they had a lot of Scandinavian folks coming in and just running it. That was a fun day on the water, man. It was a lot calmer than these rapids.
Oh, I can imagine. And to your point from a minute ago about the rain obviously being a factor, one of the things that I think is obviously really interesting about this race is the fact that each year your experience competing in it is going to be vastly different depending on the water level. And so obviously, thus far what we've seen, everyone's doing a pretty decent job so far.
And it's kind of been like one at a time so far. It looks like folks are really just getting after it and trying to get through the course. I wonder if there's any like groups that go through kind of like it's like a motorcycle ride. There's like 12 motorcycles. Did anybody like fire off all at once just to like be with your friends the whole time through that? That might be a fun time. I'll tell you what, there are some interesting people and stories tied to this race. Here's one of those Streamside stories. There's nothing like the tradition of the Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race.
It's been a long-standing race. Lou Gilman was one of the founders of the race that actually used to be our director of engineering here at Old Town Canoe. So it's pretty exciting that it kind of had its foundational start, with people involved in Old Town.
This year's edition could be a fast race due to recent weather, but changing conditions can always swing in.
It looks like the water levels are up a little bit after the thunderstorms and lightning storms we had. You're up above some of the rocks, right? So low water marks make it pretty difficult to challenge and get around all the rocks in the lower parts of the river. So it's probably a little bit more helpful, but it also means the water's going to be running a little quicker. You want to be prepared for this race. It is quite a challenge, being 16.5 miles long.
The race provides the thrills and spills, especially at 6 Mile Falls.
The action that happens with people flipping over and tipping and getting each other out and rescuing their boats and dumping water out of their boats to finish the race, it's just a lot of action to kind of watch. And really exciting for the spectators. A lot of people hang out at 6 Mile Falls because that's where we're going to see a lot of the action. So, but even for the participants themselves, right? They're prepared for it. It's a great, race from that standpoint. That while there is some super competitiveness involved as well, there's people out there really just there to have a good time.
The fun continues as the race approaches its 60th edition next year.
Balance isn't something you think about until suddenly you have to. When your balance feels unsteady, even simple moments can start to feel uncertain. At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, our specialized team knows how life-changing dizziness, vertigo, and instability can be. Using advanced balance and vestibular therapy, we find the root cause of your symptoms and help you rebuild the strength, control, and confidence to move safely. Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Spelled different because we are different.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road and the drive to help more families in Maine. April is Autism Awareness Month, and Autos for Autism is back. That means you can join your local Napa Auto or Truck Care Center and your Coastal Auto Parts location to help families living with autism right here in Maine. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Washington Media Scholars Foundation, empowering the next generation of professionals through scholarships, career opportunities, and industry connections. Compete for over $150,000 in scholarships and win an all-expenses-paid networking trip to Washington, D.C. Connect with leading companies in media, broadcasting, and digital communications. Enhance your skills and accelerate your career. Visit mediascholars.org and apply today.
Welcome back to Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race here on WABI. The groups of Randall Cobb, Ben Cobb, and Riley Cobb out of Saco and Bowdoin. I know all the Packer fans were eager to see Randall Cobb on the course, as well as Robert Markcroft and Joe Guglielmetti out of Hamden and Portland. They just missed their chance to be on TV. They just passed right through during the commercial break, but still wanted to shout them out, as well as another team that was unidentified by number but had a solid paddle, high five, and air horn in there. Now everybody's caught up in the break. It's like watching NASCAR.
Oh, absolutely, and it's we had a couple of people come through, the rapids there during that commercial break, and thus far it's been the same thing for everyone. A nice, smooth ride through, not really having any trouble. So I know over the past few years these have caused it's been tough for people, but thus far it seems like everyone's doing well.
It's been smooth sailing. You're exactly right. And hey, if you've ever wondered what it's like to run the rapids at 6 Mile Falls, well, we can't give you the full experience, but here's what it looks like from a canoe view. Sponsored by Allied Realty. Buying or selling a home, call the results team at Allied Realty.
Streamside.
Okay.
Buying or selling real estate? Look no further for brokerage services than the results team at Allied Realty. At Allied Realty, we're here to provide real-time, accurate information, explaining all of your options so you can make an informed decision. Our team of local agents has the expertise and market knowledge of our communities, giving you an advantage whether you're looking for a camp, forever home, or large piece of land to settle down. Contact us today to list your property. Choose the results team at Allied Realty.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road and the drive to help more families in Maine. April is Autism Awareness Month, and Autos for Autism is back. That means you can join your local Napa Auto or Truck Care Center and your Coastal Auto Parts location to help families living with autism right here in Maine. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Want a more reliable garage door system? Get a LiftMaster from Winsmore Garage Door Company. Call 930-DOOR. Winsmore Garage Door Company.
All right, welcome back to the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race here on WABI. Two more groups just went in during the break. Silas Haggerty and Nathan Howe from Gorham and South Berwick. And hey, Dixmont's James Studile and Sam Studile, I guess representing the WABI transmitter town, just made it through. Fantastic runs for both of them. Nothing too fireworky with the falls. They just cut right through it, hot knife through butter.
You know, Ben, speaking of cutting right through, one of my favorite stories that I found in my research for the race over the years, all the way in my!
47. That makes you jump. Sean Ward and Tim Vincent, Portsmouth and Nottingham, New Hampshire. The falls are down there.
Yeah, we've had our first one of the day, and with all due respect to those guys, did not even make it to the rapids.
That was not our first falls failure. That was a pre and a portage to go with it. Number 43 is ripping on through. Don't go that same way, all right? That's Caleb Guerin and Miles Mercier, Kenduskeag and VZ team looping around and through. They're picking a line. One paddle on each side, bouncing around. Got shorts on, and they're right on through.
Unfazed.
Don't forget about that Pride Rock. Oh, that's right where it would have been. It's an iceberg this season, but still. That could have been closer. You were saying?
Yeah, so back in 1990, according to the Canoe Race's website, two paddlers portaged their canoe the entire length of the race, all 16 and a half miles. They have a quote from Dale Terrio, a former director at Bangor Parks and Recreation, saying they didn't put their canoe into the water once. And then once they finally got to Bangor 16 and a half miles later, Ben, they were handed a disqualification. And with
that's fair.
With all due respect to those who organize in the race, I would have given them a statue. That's, for me, I feel like that's significantly more impressive.
They were probably sponsored by a powerlifting company or something, lugging a canoe for 16 miles.
I feel like that's one of those ideas that you have with one of your buddies, spur of the moment. You're like, hey, this would be funny. You get 5 minutes in and you're like, this was a mistake. But hey, shout out to those two paddlers who went the entire 16 and a half miles. That is incredible.
Now, what year was that?
It was in 1990.
1990. Wow, so I just missed it. And hey, that's crazy enough where we're still talking about it until today.
That's whoever those paddlers were, I have to find who they were and talk to them.
Oh my goodness.
What led to that decision?
Just brilliance. That's what led to it. Geniuses. Oh man, that is crazy. So the action, as you can see, is starting to ramp up, so we'll have even more momentum coming up soon on our broadcast of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. We'll be right back.
When it comes to results, the difference is clear. Next Home Experience rises above the rest, leading in sales volume, leading in trust. We're a winning team because of you. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
When every step matters, Physical Therapy and Balance Center helps you take yours with confidence. From dizziness, vertigo, and balance issues to jaw pain from TMJ, sore joints, sprains, and post-surgery recovery, our expert team uses advanced one-on-one care to get you moving again. We help you stay steady, ease pain, and get back to the activities you love, whether you're recovering from an injury or working to prevent a fall. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Bangor. Spelled different because we are different.
The WABI app for connected TVs is your connection to the information you want.
Locally produced news from across the country and around the corner. Loads of archived content available on your schedule, including previous newscasts.
And app-exclusive local programming live from the WABI Now news desk.
Including special newscasts, first alert weather, and breaking news as it happens. Search WABI on your connected TV and start streaming today. Year after year, more buyers and sellers choose Next Home Experience, and our results keep climbing. 2025 marks our strongest year yet, showing what peak performance can achieve. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Welcome back, folks. Sean Ward and Tim Vincent. Remember that team from New Hampshire, number 47, that bailed way out? I think it might have been it was too late to Portage. They were stuck in the middle, maybe intentionally bailed because they went through the left side just now, or their left, and avoided the falls. But we got a smooth operator right here in the kayak.
This is bib number 77.
77, you say? Okay, well, that is Ray Worth, then, in that case, out of Monroe, having absolutely no problem. A little peek behind the curtain here. You know, you have your announcers that have turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I've got the bib numbers up from 1 to 201, and then Connor knows everybody from 201 and up. So you'll be hearing from Connor as those big numbers come through 6 Mile Falls.
I will say, Ben, I've never been good at math. Big numbers have always scared me just a little bit.
Well, we're testing you today. All right.
There's a reason my college degree was learning how to push a red button twice.
Yeah, that's me too, man. Absolutely. Yeah, so the fans have gotten a chance to see a couple of easy rides, just that number 47 trouble a moment ago, but that wasn't even in the falls. So we still got that first falls failure on the board and available for whoever wants to claim that honorable crown, I must say, and get their rescue wall. But yeah, once again, we're still holding it like 60 degrees, a beautiful sunny day here in Bangor, high water marks for this 16.5-mile grand tradition to start off spring.
Yeah, I know we were in commercial when this happened, but just a moment ago, you know, one of those crafts that came through, a lot of excitement from the riders. They got the crowd really riled up by hooting and hollering a little bit, and that's always great to hear. It's people are having so much fun out here today.
The best ones that worked the crowd so far were those guys with the air horn and the paddle high five, but there's going to be plenty of personalities and costumes and whatnot still to come. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors and a station ID.
The Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race on WABI is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold. Winsmore Garage Doors and more. Everyone wins at Winsmore. And Allied Realty. Buying or selling a home, call the results team at Allied Realty.
A beautiful day for the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race, the 59th running. We want to thank Coastal Auto Parts, the title sponsor for our coverage of today's race. Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And Connor, I tell you what, those Coastal Auto Parts folks, they love their sports. You know, they love the tourney, they love football, they love Friday basketball, and they love the canoe race, man.
That they do. It's been great working with them over the years as we have another craft coming through here.
60, okay. That's Sarah Delarado and Alex Intro.
Let's see how Sarah and Alex do as they approach the rapids. And once again, cool, calm, collected, composed. They are making their way right on through with the nice shades, too.
And right by the sneaky Pride Rock that is underwater this year, the watermarks truly showing a little mercy, honestly, but this one's cockeyed and down.
It was going to happen eventually, Ben.
The first bail in the falls belongs to Damon Gallipo of Indian Island, Maine. Oh, no. He's headed left.
David, if it was any consolation, it is a crowd favorite moment. I apologize that you got the honor of being the first one of I'm assuming many today.
Yes, absolutely. Keith Morin, Tony Melanson, Etna and Eddington at number 46. They're coming rapid fire now down toward the falls.
Here we go.
Kevin and Mike Patritz. Dedham and Levant.
And we had just another one only seconds later. We got a bit of a traffic situation here. A lot of them coming through.
This might be one of those stuck canoes that fills up with water and makes it very hard to get out of the way for the rest of the day. We don't need another abandonment as Brian Foley is barreling on through in the number 83.
Oh, no, he's got to watch out.
One after the other. Oh, friendly fire there. No rivals yet. Number 12 rolling through, Nathaniel Rounds and Aaron Donato. Callis Bucksport in the place. They are soaking wet now, one after another. 24 representing Jeff Gordon, the Oldenburgs, Parker, Andrea, and Clara from Bangor Soccer. We talked about it earlier. What athlete, what sport translates the best?
I mean, based on that, we got to throw soccer in the mix, and hey, that Bangor soccer program, very, very, very good one.
Hello, David White and Robert Gray from Levant are through, and they're proud of it, Connor.
You know what, Ben? I'm proud for them.
Let's go. Boy, that was a sequence.
That was exciting.
Bails and smooth operating, and that's another thing. You know, anybody can get there smooth when there's not another stray canoe or kayak just strewn about in the way. Those were some navigators that just made it through the falls.
I feel like it's got to be tough too when you're sitting there about to approach it. You see two other crafts just completely wipe out. I feel like that's one of those ones you got to take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm. As we have Terry Westcott and Robert Martin from Thorndike and Dedham bouncing through the falls. This time they're leaning back. Team balance, easy.
Not an issue for them. We have another one coming through now.
All right, number 29. That's Dean Dagan, William White. They have a third in.
And they've stayed composed.
On Erie as well. South Berwick and Dover, New Hampshire, and Newport. Ooh, that was one of those where you get through, but you might still be a little chilly with some water splash.
That got scary for a moment. They showed a lot of composure in that moment, corrected course, and hey, they are still afloat.
Portage.
There's a stick here, Dean. Nice job, boys.
A stick alert I've heard from the parabolic mic. Jared and Justin Carr, Cornish Portagers.
You got to watch out for those sticks in the water, Ben.
Yes, absolutely. Boy, yeah, the action's really picking up. They knew that the main race coverage was coming on at 1 o'clock, and they wanted to get their prime time slot in.
Can't blame them.
Wonder what he's inspecting right now.
You know, I am also curious as to what they're inspecting currently.
That paddle.
Oh,
no, those paddles are
okay. Taking a break. Get some water in you. That's smart.
There we go. That was
hydrating's important.
Hey, that water was easy to open, unlike your propel from earlier in the broadcast.
I still can't believe that happened. Because I sat there like there's no way I'm this weak, right? And you tried it.
There's no way. Yeah, I tried it. We had the best folks on it, and it's a beautiful 60-degree day. Great conditions. Let's check in Streamside for the first time with Alyssa Thurlow.
All right, guys, how's it going? All right, we've seen some spills already today. All right, but everyone wanted to know, hey guys, how's it going? Good. All right. Everyone wants to know what's the water temperature today, so I came prepared. All right, let's see. Shout out to Todd Simcox, by the way, for giving us this idea. So air temperature 60 degrees here this morning, this afternoon. It was 50 when I checked it at 11. Looks like we're at like 54. Let's see if Mark can zoom in on that. We're warming up here. Sunshine helping. Hey, we got huge crowds, as you guys can see. The hill right here is packed. I don't know if Mark can turn around here and just see how many people are on the hill right here. And watching, I imagine the beautiful weather certainly helping things today as well. All right, we got some more people coming up downstream. We're gonna send it back to you guys.
Hey, thanks, Alyssa. A fun assignment every year, Streamside for us, as we got another fast one coming through here.
That's craft number 32, I believe.
32, okay. Anna Mariani and Emmanuel Boss, Old Town Orono. And, you know, Alyssa mentioned things are starting to heat up a little bit. Oh, no.
Well, it's cooling down for them, Ben. I can tell you that right now.
50 degrees, yeah. 50 degrees plus 54 degrees is what I'm going to need to be in the race. Little hot tub temperature is what I need.
You know, Ben,
these guys are braving it.
Well, it's so funny that you bring up some hot tub temperatures. You know, throughout this, we've been talking a little bit about fun little anecdotes throughout the years. In 1977, Tony Trafton attempted to do the race in a bathtub. And he exited right here at 6 Mile Falls. That's a creative idea for the race, I gotta say.
Yeah, we always talk about costumes, but what about vessels? You're right. You know, earlier you had a peek at the Brooks folks, Tim, Rachel, and Donald, and there's the Portagers in the number 9, Jess Fusco, Ryan and Christian, and Heather Haskell. We're right back down again to Alyssa. Alyssa, what's up?
As I'm down here with Mike from Bangor, and guess what? You're dressed up. Tell us what you are today.
Bucky.
Bucky.
Bucky the Beaver.
And who are you cheering for today?
My son Ryan. He's a green man when he comes down through.
All right.
He stands up.
First year doing the race? How many years have you been doing it?
I've done it probably 22 times, and this is probably his 12th.
Did you give him any words of wisdom?
Stay in the boat.
And why do you love coming to this event every year, obviously participating? It's iconic race here.
Well, like I said, I've done it for over 20 years, and that was 30 years ago, and my son started doing it while I was still doing it, and he's now still doing it.
When you come through 6 Mile Falls and you see all these people around you, what's that like? Just seeing all these people cheer you on?
It's awesome. It's really good. You just got to be careful when you go through. You can't say hi too quick, because the last bit of the falls will still take you.
Now, are they going to go through, or are they going to portage?
He stands up.
He stands up?
Going through.
Okay. All right, we'll see how he does. How far away are we from coming through, probably? Let's see. He's getting live updates here on his phone. Let's see how far away we are.
He was about 2 turns away.
2 turns away.
Yeah, he's not far.
All right, we'll be looking out for that. And again, who are we looking out for?
Green man. And his name's Ryan.
Mike, thanks so much for joining us, and I love your outfit.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of the race.
Okay.
All right, I'll send it back to you guys.
Hey, thanks, Alyssa. You know, there's a lot to unpack there. I wonder, does he have like a chip in the boat that he's following along, or are we talking about some distracted kayaking going on down there? Are they texting down there, or what?
He might be tracking his location.
I wouldn't risk my phone. Jeez, unbelievable.
I wouldn't either.
And by the way, love the Buc-ee's outfit.
That was phenomenal.
We need a Buc-ee's up here. I don't know if they're above the Mason-Dixon line, but whatever. I'm still happy with the new freshies.
Well, it's funny you bring up Buc-ee's, you know, because it's funny. My sister, for a decent amount of time, lived in Texas, and my family, we went to visit her one time, and you know, I'd always heard the legend of Buc-ee's, and I thought, all right, well, what's the big deal? And after going to my first one, I get it now. Spent way too much money on a cowboy hat.
You understand? Yeah. You're getting a live look at John Keating and Matt Walsh, and earlier Matt Zaugus and Ian Hughes had the 61. Any Jeff Meisenheimer and Peter Gagnon fans from the 52 out of Auburn, they just ran through as well. And that has you completely caught up from the Buc-ee Streamside. That was fantastic.
That was great. Yeah, because we were talking about some of the great outfits we see, obviously, with people who are competing, but in the crowd, too. That was a great fit.
So he was talking about Green Man, but not Gumby.
No, I don't believe Gumby, no.
Okay, so he's Green Man, maybe like those spandex Vancouver Canucks fans in the penalty box. I'm not 100% on that. Imagine like having that outfit on and then just having it be stuck sopping wet the rest of the day. That sounds comfortable as we have another kayaker coming through the course. 75. Easy. Did the kids say light workers? That's still from 2019.
Light work?
Yeah, that was light work for Tyler Kimber.
Oh, man, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. My lingo for the youth is a little bit outdated. I'll never forget the time that I was an RA in college, and I had first-year students. And let me tell you, Ben, it was like a whole other language.
What? Is this the Brooks? I remember the 13. Is this a take 2 at 6 Mile Falls?
It might be. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, that's a lot of water in the front end. They might need to bail a little bit, but at least they're upright.
Hey, that is a moment of redemption right there for them, let me tell you.
Boy, that was a smooth operation. But again, take 2 for the 13.
It's got to feel good. You know, obviously, wiping out a little bit beforehand and then getting to go down and have people cheering you on.
And we talk about how, boy, that's cold water down there. But hey, this is even on a beautiful day. A lot of times they're braving it through a miserable condition. I would enjoy it if it was like 90 degrees. You know?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, geez.
You know, unfortunately, we're probably going to have to wait until July to get those temperatures.
Then it'll be down to 40 the next day.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is another canoe in the 40s. I think that's 48. And I'll have that for you as they're traversing the left wing of the falls. A high bounce. Another one. Okay.
Didn't seem too troubled by it.
Nick Hall, Ethan Israel, Glidden Falls, New York, and Burlington, Vermont. The out-of-staters making it through on the left side.
Well, welcome to the wonderful state of Maine.
All right, we have craft number 17 coming through. Sam Howard, Ben Howard, Corey Barnett, New Gloucester, and Princeton are here for the tradition. Fantastic run. You know, I have to credit Connor here. He's buying into the tradition of things. You know, he's got his binoculars out, trying to watch everybody come through from far away. You know, the iPhone 17 that he has a great zoom in too, but he's sticking with the binoculars. I love it.
That I am.
We want to thank Coastal Auto Parts, the title sponsor for our coverage of today's race. Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. They love their sports. That guy has, I would say, the number 1 seat, but he's standing up all day.
That is a great vantage point.
Well, the other guy's sitting down on the logs. He's got the number 1 seat.
I'm about to say, I'd be a little nervous standing there. It seems like he's kind of, he's right there on the ledge. I'm a clumsy man, Ben. I feel like one step and I would be right there in the river.
I don't trust those lounge campfire chairs either, man. I make those things look like those rickety director chairs, but that's a me problem. Anyway, back to a nice far out look at the race. Oh, that's a fast entry. Oh no, don't lose it. You're bouncing through.
Oh.
Andrew Pincus from Orono. I remember from Seinfeld where it was poor little Pincus.
That's a show that I need to get into.
Oh,
Seinfeld. I know.
You're only 30 years too late, and that's the first toss. This salute to heroes is sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. I just hope he didn't have any of those hidden rock bounces. We've been talking about how smooth it's been, but hey, those rocks are still down there.
Yeah, and they'll get you. And like we said earlier, obviously with the water level being a little bit higher this year, obviously that's great for speed, but at the same time, some of those obstacles going to be hidden, and it's going to be tough to see.
All right.
What is this?
We have a production coming up here.
Is that a snake, it looks like?
You're going to need to catch me up on that one as Jason Millette and Jake Farley are coming through.
Is it a snake?
It's like a lizard.
Like a lizard? Hold on.
It's green with teeth.
Okay.
Joe Horn and Ann Hurley are on behind them.
Also love the cowboy hat, too.
Yeah. Cowboy hat, promoting water. All right. There's a good look at it. Uh-oh. Contact, bumper to bumper.
Okay. Oh, we're good.
All right. Cooler heads prevail on that chase.
I think we did.
All right, we got a solo rider followed by a couple on number 55. Let me get you through here with Leslie Gregory through the falls with a couple of bounces and turns, and Luke and Caleb Harper are on behind. Let's give it a go. Tyler Knowles, Colin Williams, Isaiah Shaw.
Ooh. Yes!
With a two-handed celebration.
Love it. What do you think? What was your oh. Well, I apologize.
Well, let's just say he got one, ladies and gentlemen, and our parabolic mics work.
Listen, man,
it could have been worse.
I can't say that, but I'm right there with you, brother.
All right,
happy birthday.
We go from 21 to 20. Emily Saccone from Bucks. in Maine, Grace Ballou, and Will Cutshaw. Buxton and Bath. Let's hope they don't take a bath here at 6 Mile Falls, Connor.
Well, we're going to find out here in a second. Let's see if they do.
A little bump. A lot of water in it.
Oh, but no, they're good.
Yeah, those Old Town canoes. They're taking on water.
I always love the excitement of people when they realize that they're through, you know?
What a relief. All right, we're having a little balance catch-up going on, but he's fine, rolling through. It's even number 90. Drew Villanueva from Brunswick in the Piranha.
And Drew is through.
Eating up the falls.
You know, Ben, it's funny, you know, you mentioned Seinfeld a little bit ago. You know what show I just started watching and really love?
What's that?
Cheers.
Cheers, there you go.
I've been watching it late at night in the background. What phenomenal television. It's so good.
Yeah, there's a few competitors, I bet, that are cheersing before and after this race. Yeah, you remember Andrew Pincus. Right there, from number 80. Justin Cartier from Bangor. Here he goes.
Oh.
So we saw Clara Oldenburg, the Bangor athlete from earlier. I still got to see Michael Kime and his big bushy beard come through. We'll see when we have him. He's been number 22 in the past this year, but he's not listed on that this time. So we'll see if he comes around. Cartier. Number 6'7". That one's for you, Connor.
And if there are anyone at home has any youngsters watching right now, we do apologize. They're probably over the moon right now.
Dannison Smith and Ellen Beck with the memeable number. Let's see if they can get through 6 Mile Falls. 6'7". Oh, easy. That was so easy. They're making it look easy. You and I should have teamed up like during the week and tried to go through there and just showed like this is how we did. They have like an ordinary Joe doing it.
I feel like we need to do that for next year. Get the whole WBI team out there, see how everyone does.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. Microphone picking that up.
And it shall appear. The real winners are the fans. Wonder how many are like, I came here when I was 5 years old, saw everybody wreck at 6 Mile Falls, and I couldn't wait for my parents to let me do it myself.
That's one of the great things, too, when you hear stories of people who, you know, taking part in this race, how it's a family tradition over the years. Obviously, I know we talk a lot about Gumby and, you know, how that crew has evolved over time and how, you know, some of the younger people in that family are really picking up and carrying on that tradition. You know, that's the type of thing we just absolutely love to see.
Travis Morris, Nathan Boycine, and Mallory Corriveau, Herman Fort Kent, and Frenchville somehow all met and got into a canoe at the race. Bounce, bounce.
And hey, they got good chemistry, clearly.
Way to go. Boy, that would have been a tough couple of costumes to wear if they were soaking wet. Absolutely. Number 10, Adam McDermott, Jack Harkness, and David Sr. Lorena, Ohio. Rochester, New Hampshire, Tampa, Florida. Boy, this has to be tough for somebody from Tampa this cold.
Oh, no!
Hold on. Hold on, Sunshine
What a recovery.
State.
Hey, listen, they made it through. They got a little overzealous with the celebration.
Wearing life jackets only.
Thought they were going to go down, but they weathered the storm there.
Fantastic work. Nicole Mullins right there in your frame. A couple early bounces for Zoe Olson, but that is fine. I don't think there's a hat and helmet big enough for me to pull off that look. But she does just fine. Nice wide look at continuing to be a gorgeous day. Sometimes we have to update it hour to hour around here, but yeah, it's great today. All right, we're taking a little slow approach here. We'll see how this pans out for Paul and Olivia Messer as well as Robert Downs in the 16 car. Oh man, they're shooting the breeze with the heroes. They were like, you thought we need you, but here we go.
For a second, we all thought they were going to be needing them.
As they accidentally put a hole in their canoe. A lot of water they see.
Oh, they have taken on some water. Oh, goodness, yes. Oh, they are. Well, hey, good thing they got some bowls and some buckets. They're getting that out of there.
All right, now here's that Sweet 16 crew I mentioned from earlier. Let's see the line they're having. They're going straight through. Oh! They stay up, but that's the way you want to go if you want to get a splash or two. Connor, where are your 200 and up numbers, buddy? It must be an early kickoff.
They're coming eventually.
Yeah, promise you that. What was the overall numbers again?
All right, so let me go back and look through my notes here. Pardon me. So we got confirmation there are 881 people taking part, and they're going to be spread across 461 canoes or kayaks.
Mr. Bucky is keeping track of the location for the Green Man amongst the fans.
Got another one coming on down here. That is number 4. Shout out to Bobby Orr.
Matt Lamoureux, Bradley Wallace, Ethan McBride, Biddeford, Exeter, New Hampshire, and Scarborough. Let's see how they represent your favorite defenseman.
Oh, and we got a pirate hat right behind them.
Oh, yar! Alex Aramita, Allison Treat, and Parker McLaughlin in the 11.
All right, well, let's see. Ahoy there, mateys.
I can feel the confidence from here.
Oh.
Keep it straight. Bounce, bounce.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, they weathered the storm.
That was for show. They had it in control all the way.
I might have spoken too soon. Never mind, we're good, we're good.
Now, what is this now? What's this position? Oh, get back up.
Oh, are they going to make it?
They're taking on water fast.
Oh, they're taking on a lot.
This is a slow burn for number 4.
The double.
Two-handed bail.
Also love the yar that came through.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got a little bit of trouble upstream.
Their thought is, look, I'll portage I'll bail 20 times before I portage once.
Well, I will say though, we did hear a crowd reaction. We can't see what happened on the other side of the bridge, but maybe it looked like they were in trouble there for a second, so maybe that water did come through.
Other side is Connor's favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
Is bit number 192, looks like. Don't actually know any Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, Ben, I'm not going to lie.
Well, there's
I'm uncultured.
One for you. 192, you said?
192.
Noah Pollock and Nicole Grahosky from Oakland and Ellsworth. Again, in the fine print. Sorry if we butcher people's names. It's early and often, I know. Molly, Keith, and Terrence Newton in the 25.
Oh, no!
And they're down.
Okay, but they're back up. Well.
Oh, the toss from out of frame. Demoralizing.
Oh, we have a paddle. Yeah, we got a paddle loose going downstream. Oh, not all the oranges too.
Oh,
it looks like they came prepared with a lot of food.
It's an orange bowl.
And all those oranges are long gone.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy. But can the 166 do any better? They're starting to get a little sideways. A quick recovery, and they saw all of those falls without going over, Connor.
I'm curious which one of these oranges is going to win the race.
Yeah, the orange race, a spin-off of the Kenudskeag Canoe Race for sure. So 166 was Liz and Eleanor Allen.
Well, there they go. It's like if you ever watch those marble races.
Hulk Hogan! No.
Is that the Lorax?
Hulk Hogan or the Lorax were my guesses. Yeah.
it's one of those probably.
I think we nailed it.
I think I see the orange. It's the orange fit. That's definitely the Lorax.
Okay, that's the look. Hey, Hulk Hogan, he had a tan too. Okay. 39's having trouble.
Another one has
There's
gone
some
down.
bad momentum going on here. Ben Smith and Michael Mobley. Tough sledding. 79 has no problems.
Oh, no! Oh,
did I speak too soon?
You spoke too soon. Well, here's the thing.
Kyle Nelson
made it through the rapids, but did not make it through the canoe.
Yeah,
You heard him for a second. Watch out, watch out. But
there's some traffic out there.
I don't think anyone's going to stop that.
Some insurance information.
So now we have, what is that, 4 different crafts off to the side recovering. I do love the Lorax costumes, though. That is fantastic.
Yeah, those. What another great image, though, for this year's race. You know, you have the Kurt Schilling bloody sock. You have Here Comes the Pizza, and now we have the oranges going down the stream.
Oh, you never know what to expect on a live broadcast like this.
Oh, here's the first one. I was telling you earlier, David and Daniel, last name Pet Systems from Portland. I'm going to need to see some ID. I don't think we fit their full name on the sheet. This is a confident paddle here, fast and furious. But is that adrenaline tempo going to spell trouble as 91 starts to bounce?
Oh.
Benaruda. And at 179.
Oh.
John Williams and Wes.
Ben, we got some banana heads coming through.
Oh, the Savannah Bananas are here. That is crazy. That's
Let's
Kurt
see how the
Scribner,
bananas do.
Kurt Scribner and Billy Nixon. That was easy. They matched their canoe and everything. They still need the full-blown Halloween costume size, though, if they want to impress me. Ryan and Sophia Morrison from Eddington, another yellow canoe makes it through. Strolling the stream is Chet Boyle. Come on, Lager and Wilcox. Okay. Here's the number 7 coming through. Sam Arnold, Grace Wallace, and Carly Friggum in the 7.
Yes! You should be excited. Phenomenal. I love it. That got the crowd fired up.
Connor, you remember that Green Man mention from Mr. Bucky earlier?
I do. How could I forget?
Word is that we're about 3 miles out.
Well, we're 3 miles out, but Ben, I do spot an absolute fan favorite. Gumby is here. Gumby is just over
Hold everything.
Just beyond the rapids now, but Gumby is going to be coming through those rapids real fast.
Breaking news.
Not to be outdone, is that a hot dog costume just before Gumby? Oh, there is Gumby.
Here we go.
All right, let's see how is Gumby going to do this.
The latest edition of the Gumby vessel. Bobby weaving the cartoon legend.
And Gumby is through.
All right, well, maybe we'll get pokey later on. Let's go from one green Gumby to another, a little behind the music, so to speak, of the Green Man. Alyssa Thurlow is Streamside with more.
Hi guys, yes, so we have fans here who have been coming for decades, but we got a first timer. Heather from Corinth, how are you? How's the race going so far?
This is great so far. It's been pretty fun watching everybody spill out here.
Did you see Gumby in person?
Yes, this is my first time seeing Gumby in person.
Why did you want to come out here? Obviously the weather is perfect. I was mentioning to you earlier, you came for a perfect year. Not always great conditions out here.
Yeah, no, the weather was really, really nice, and I moved up here about 5 years ago, and I've always driven through the area and went, oh my gosh, what's going on? So this is the first year that I was actually able to attend, so I was really excited for it.
Well, Heather, enjoy the rest of the race. Thanks so much for joining us. Guys, we'll send it right back up to you.
All right, thank you, Alyssa, very much. I still can't wait to see this Green Man, though. And then Murphy Dowdy and Sazy Moore in the 182. Portland Corinth. Oh, a little late wiggle there, but it looks like they're okay, Connor.
And speaking of okay, look, those representing the Lorax have made their recovery. They are back in action now after wiping out, getting some assistance.
They speak for the trees.
That they do. I love the dedication, too, with the facial hair and everything. That is fantastic.
All right, we're bouncing on through. Couple rainbow caps. Zebediah Rasman, of course, and Daniel Whitmore are there, paddling right into your living room. They're followed closely on behind by another red canoe, but here is approaching the falls, I should say, the team of Corey and Liam Ferguson from Glenburn, and they make it look easy. That off-balance light green vessel made it through fine. The Sawyer is right here, right now. That was your first 200 number out of the blue. We might get a better look at them here in a minute, though. Connor's numbers are finally coming up. Too little, too late in Keno and Bingo.
222. That is going to be Brett Daling and Jason Kennedy from both Hollis and Livermore, Maine.
Then Amy DeFrancesco and Pamela Schmidt in the 164 are there.
I believe as we were looking at the names, we did miss a wipeout there as those rescue crews are helping out one more person. That was number 69.
Josh Ivey just came through on the 99, and then they are corralling Megan Dilling. This Salute to Heroes is sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. I got a yeah baby from down there.
And we have boat number 225. That is Daniel Lesser and Mark Rowe. Very fitting last name for this event.
You've got to be kidding me. An ice cream man named Cone. The Yeah Buddy belongs to the Kellett and Gray families of course, Maine Coast Contracting. What a name. What a couple of first names.
Now, question. They're going right over that. We have one gentleman now making his way, looking for his craft, but I do not see it.
They might have lost their hats, too.
I might have. Once again, shout out to those crews over there, making sure everyone's safe, taken care of.
Absolutely.
Got a couple more approaching the rapids now.
145 and 147. They must have been together these entire first 10 miles. But what are they going to do at the falls?
First one is through, easy.
The Hollyoaks.
Oh, the second one not as much though.
The Cats and Lynches though, boy, that's trouble.
Oh.
On that note, let's take a quick break as they look to gather themselves. We'll be right back with more Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race coverage here on WABI.
Haven't you ever made a mistake you wanted to forget about?
Would have thought you'd mentioned being married before.
I didn't realize Maggie hadn't told you about us.
Well, Maggie tells me you won't be around very long anyways.
You have two guys competing for your attention. Find out why he's really here.
You're under arrest for criminal negligence.
I told you not to leave.
If I just listened to you, we'd still be together.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
The WABI app for connected TVs is your connection to the information you want.
Locally produced news from across the country and around the corner. Loads of archived content available on your schedule, including previous newscasts.
And app-exclusive local programming live from the WABI Now news desk.
Including special newscasts, first alert weather, and breaking news as it happens. Search WABI on your connected TV and start streaming today.
The Big Bang Theory brings you the Genius Guide to Working Out.
I'm legally obligated to inform you that I took a karate lesson when I was 11.
Always pace yourself.
And it's coming down the home stretch. Come on, horsey, you can do this. Yeah, come on, thigh muscles, you can do this.
And may the Force sweat with you.
Now we go to reverse warrior.
How did she get you to do yoga?
Well, to be honest, I thought she said Yoda.
The Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights on WABI TV 5.
Welcome back to WABI's coverage of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. Juliet Pilvines and Jackie Cobb, as well as Daniela Ozulai and Nash Allen Rayhill just made their way through 6 Mile Falls, nice and easy. Ben Barr here with Connor Mangliosi and Alyssa Thurlow has been streamside for us all afternoon. It has been a beautiful day for canoe racing, and now we're kind of getting into the stretch of the canoe party more so. That was Gail and Joe Zaleski out of Hamden, Maine.
There's number 137 coming on through here in those nice bright orange helmets.
Oh, yeah. Those orange helmets look like those oranges that was strewn all over the river after that wipeout. 137.
Making it through with a smile.
Yeah, 137. James and Jonathan Boucher registered to 137. 189. Plotting their next
what's going
move.
on here with these? With
just
with
just like us.
They, I can't tell if they're stuck or if they're trying not to hit this other kayak.
Look, Connor, Dan and Claire Holman know exactly what they're doing. 209, buddy.
That is, ooh, goodness me, Mathilde Boerk and William Green.
Matilda Birch was my best guess, but I'm sure that's wrong, too.
From Orono and Franklin, Maine.
The bandana and straw hat. Sizing it up. Team 139. It's at the top of my next page. Andrew and David Kearns, followed closely by 227. It's kind of like getting the putter lie, you know. They got a good first look.
Well, that 227 craft has Cooper Power, great name, as well as Aaron Boynton. They are from Wyndham and Wyndham and Woolwich, Maine.
Another one in the 250s as we approach the 250th anniversary of, We the People America.
Get an exact confirmation number on that one. Is it 250 or 250 something?
They need to turn around.
They will need to turn around. Oh, 254. That is Nolan Rogers and Silas Rogers.
Here come the Holmans after getting all settled. And it was worth the wait.
Making it through with ease.
All right, we got
number 315.
A 3-pack.
Our first 300 number of the day. Tell you who they are in just a moment.
James Davis and Con Sullivan right there in the 130.
Is Bill Newton and Brad Wallace from Westbrook, New Hampshire.
Followed up by the team of Catherine Doble and Rebecca Gagne. We're back into the double digits. Gregory Irish in the 84 representing my high bowling score. Just kidding. I usually do in the 80s, but I got 212 once. But nobody was there to see it. You're going to look at Aaron Emerson from Orrington in the all yellow, but yet not leaning into the banana look from earlier in the race.
How are we doing?
Doing good. Let's see, is that a cape?
That is a banana boat.
Oh my goodness.
Completely embodied.
Yeah.
My mistake. Always up for a good laugh, especially anybody dressed up in a banana suit.
It's always a great time.
I tell you, the one year that I was dressed as a banana for Halloween, I went out and met my friends at a place that was celebrating it on Saturday, October 31st. I get in there dressed as a banana. Nobody's dressed up. They're like, oh, yeah, our Halloween stuff was on Friday night. I'm like, what are you talking about? The actual day falls on a Saturday? But anyway.
Missed opportunity.
I had to leave.
Another one coming now, and that is number 236. That is going to be Connor Rogue-Burke and Zach Veo.
Followed by 204 coming down the left side of the frame.
From Cambridge and Boston, Massachusetts.
You got the 204?
Boat number 204, that is going to be, hold on here, I've looked up this pronunciation earlier in the day because I knew that I would need it. That is Guillaume Borden and Maisie Mers from Orono, Maine.
And they're down.
Oh, no.
How does one go and not the other?
Oh, she's back in, though. Oh, what an amazing recovery.
Still rocking around in the free world.
No, they recovered well. The crowd cheering them on for that effort. Well, one group just had a phenomenal recovery, and the other certainly wishes that they just did. Now coming over the rapids is number 201. It's going to be at the very end of your list, Ben.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And 203 and 240 coming up. Oliver Broughton and Aaliyah Willets.
203 has Chloe Sakeda and Jacob Gork from Aurora, Maine.
They just made a pass. We haven't seen too much of that.
We have craft number 240 here, Michael Lowry and Michael Parker, the Michael boats.
Where's Waldo? 195. Morgan and William Smith from Amherst, Maine.
Oh, Ben, I found them.
There you go. So did our amazing camera crew. They've got a Chiquita Banana boat with Where's Waldo stickers.
Is it Waldo or is it the new Hearts of Pine kit?
Yeah, that's tough to tell. I'm surprised we don't have like a Portland Hearts of Pine represented boat coming through.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, there's always next year.
Those games are fun. Even if you're not a fan of soccer, I got to tell you, the atmosphere of those games, incredible.
Yeah, whether it's soccer or a canoe race, any place with a tailgate is perfect.
It's a good time.
I might need to step out and get some food. We'll be right back in the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race.
The Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race on WABI is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold. Winsmore Garage Doors and more. Everyone wins at Winsmore. And Allied Realty. Buying or selling a home, call the results team at Allied Realty.
Early diagnosis of autism is critical in helping children. Here are a few of the more common signs of autism.
Autism usually appears during the first 3 years of a child's life and impacts their social relationships, communication skills, and behaviors.
And here are things kids like.
Autism is treatable. Early intervention can change lives. To be connected to a service provider, contact a family information specialist at the Department of Health and Human Services at 1-800-432-7366.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
How far will a car doing 34 miles per hour travel in 1 second?
10 feet.
At 34 miles per hour, a car will travel 50 feet in 1 second. Reading a text, you can easily travel 150 feet. The oncoming traffic at 34 miles per hour will be approaching at 100 feet per second. If you look away for a fraction of a second and drift into the oncoming lane, remember, keep your eyes on the road.
Welcome back to the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race here on WABI. Let's head down Streamside with Alyssa Thurlow. Alyssa.
Hi guys, yes, so we got a new fan of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. Ella, how are you? First time?
Yeah, first time.
Guess what? It's her birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
What made you want to come out here on your birthday of all days?
Well, we had nothing better to do. It sounded fun. I'd never been, so we wanted to check it out.
She says we. Let's pan out. All of her friends. Look at that. A little bashful. They like ran the minute we saw the camera, but we also showed a really cute pup and Connor was like obsessed with her, so we have to show her. Ella, who is this?
This is Roxy.
And how old is Roxy?
She is 15. Her birthday is in 2 days.
2 days. They're almost birthday twins, and she has just been so well behaved and chilling and watching everybody. And you guys are quite the duo, I would imagine.
Yeah, I've had her since college, and I've had her almost 5 years, and I couldn't imagine life without her. I love her. She's so chill.
That's awesome. Well, happy birthday to both of you.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy the rest of the race. Guys, let's send it back to you.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing that her shy friends got off the hook. We showed a good shot of Brett and Mia Schifrin going through the course. Well, and everybody tried to say hello. Oh, boy. Anyway, yeah, this has been just a lot of fun so far, Connor. We got a couple of good costumes. I think there's still a few more to go.
I can't wait.
Big on bananas this
Yeah,
year.
I respect it. It's a good costume.
Oh,
I feel like you show up with a banana costume and immediately you're like, all right, this person's probably going to be a fun time.
That's
That
right.
is number 252. There's Nick Roberts and Christopher Staples from Sebastian Sandus, Maine.
Followed close behind by Ben and Lauren Schmidt. A little chilly splash, but they're through just fine. Avoiding that Pride Rock silhouette there at 116 is chillin' Larry Merrill out of Orrington. The 49ers are bouncing on through. Dallas Hutchinson and Sean Ames getting their TV time. I'd be worried about losing my hat so bad. Oh, boy. Oh, the old school CCM hockey helmet.
That's great.
I'm pretty sure, well, no, that was used probably the year after the Flyers won their last Stanley Cup in 1975. But I digress. I'm a miserable fan. 173 is ripping through the Rapids. Hannah Herrick and Isabel Birch. I could read that. 173. 176, Linnea Larson and Laura Carici. Oh, boy.
Ben, I can't even comment too much about your Flyers. I mean, the Bruins have broken my heart time after time. So I feel you on that one.
It's all right. They won't break your heart this year. Our producer, Tyler Stack, expects a nice 5-game layup for the Buffalo Sabres.
As long as we get one. That is 289. Louis Reinschneider, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Todd Halligan from Brunswick.
Ooh, a nice little course there made by those guys in 183. Lindsay and Tyler Mitchell listed there. Those folks are doing great. Feeling good after that travel through the Rapids. This is part of the course. There's 2 mandatory portages at 2 dams, and then this one is an optional one in the race setup. So the decision can be made here, so to speak. Wes and Ryan Cowan coming through out of Hampton. Followed close behind by number 27, my number from hockey, John and Joe from Mead Mountain Outdoors. John Barry, Joe Bonkowski. I should have read the first name.
Portage.
Oh, should have been a Portage.
Yeah, there they go. And one felt like it went in slow motion. Oh.
We're getting to the point where we're rooting for everybody. That's right. Oh, an excited team there in the one-handed celebration, not even minding the falls. It's a high water area for the 158 team of Chris Trendle and Nick Wood.
That is boat number 251, William Noteboom and Cameron Donnell from Warwick, New York, and Warren, New Hampshire.
Ryan Flanagan, Oysten O'Malley out of Vancouver. Canucks fans are here today for the big race. Sharon and Sam Sheff, Blue Hill and Farmington. You made it.
That they did. They most certainly did.
Oh, man.
But unfortunately, that one did not.
There goes Alan Clark Construction. Not a well-constructed run through the 6 Mile Falls, to say the least.
We have another one coming through. That is number 28.
They thought the heroes were getting too bored out there, so they might as well just wreck it. All right, Megan and Dan Britton from Ludlow, Maine.
Well, Ben, you talk about construction, and one historical note we haven't gotten a chance to talk about that I think is rather incredible is all the way back in, let's see here, 1974. A couple of engineering students from the University of Maine, they decided to make a canoe out of concrete.
How did that go?
I have no idea. I can't imagine well. Fun fact, too, the official glossary for the canoe race here lists cement head as a term. It's called it anyone who paddles the Kenduskeag in a concrete canoe. They then added in, sorry, I made this up. So whoever did that, shout out to you. That is phenomenal. As we have number 210 coming through here. That is Timothy Pease and Joni Winkler, both from Bangor. And we also have number 231 with William Friel and Joey Dotson from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Riverview, Florida. Welcome to the state of Maine.
Fast and furious. I love all like the research and the tidbits you've gotten through, Connor. Man, this has been awesome.
It's been a decent amount of time yesterday looking through. I saw number 230 with Jonathan Dottie and March Alex Trudison, Union, Maine, and Madison, Maine. You also see number 245 getting really deep into the 200s now with Scott Higgins and Thomas Cassidy. Is that a green mohawk in number 78? It looks like it is.
Hey, far from me to question a green mohawk, buddy.
Listen, Ben.
Brad, if you can pull it off, come on.
Listen, I unfortunately had a mohawk for several years in middle school. Well, in my defense, you know, when I was a younger kid, I saw the high school baseball players have them, and you know, when I was in 5th grade, my parents let me have it, and then I got done with my first ever high school football practice, and my dad was like, I think it's probably time we cut that one off.
One time we had a cousins trip down to the Outer Banks, and all my crazy cousins did mohawks, like the Chuck Liddell flat mohawk, not like a spiky one, and they all wanted me to do it, and I said no. No.
In hindsight, it was not the best decision.
I mean, even then, I was worried about being professional. Dylan Toms, I want to say, and Grace Warder in the 220 out of Fairfield and Belfast. Moving right along. It feels like the stream's even picking up the pace in the latter half here.
We've got the Master Chief number at 117 for any of you Halo fans out there.
Oh boy, see, that's one that I'm finally out of the loop on. William Wolf, Master Chief with the pool noodles on the paddles. That is a brilliant idea. Lacey Treadwell of Old Town. An Old Town kayak. Everyone talks about the canoes, but what about the kayaks? Not a bumpy ride there for Jamie Bahan and Tristan Tobias, Wyndham Portland team.
See how this 146 craft fares.
They got plenty of time to look at it. So here, it's the Barons Blaze Saucery team.
All right, a little bumpy, but they pulled through.
They didn't spill the sauce on that one.
They did not spill the sauce.
They're in it to win it.
I do believe we were in commercial when we saw more oranges getting spilled into the water. It is number 2.
A lot of vitamin C in this race so far.
It is number 2.
I got it. Chris and Melissa. Say Genoda, maybe. Another hockey helmet guy. You know, we had that 116 folk earlier.
Do you like the hockey helmet look?
Just in time for the playoffs. I still maintain that hockey is the best crossover sport for being able to canoe down this thing. Besides your rowing, obvious answer.
Listen, man, it was the first one that came to mind.
That's
okay?
true. It's right. That all.
Let's see who that is. This be 196, maybe?
Here's your binoculars.
Yeah, I'm going to go to 226. I was not even close.
Oh, no, that was a different one.
Nathaniel Bloss and Andrew Bertino, Bethel and South Portland, Maine.
All right, 159 rolling right on through. Karina Gaddy and Nathan Lavoie, Egan and Orono teaming up. Again, I want to shout out Connor for using the binoculars instead of the iPhone camera to zoom in.
We also saw 290 go there. That is Thomas Neal and Nolan McCullough, both from Gorham, Maine.
The Rams.
We got 287 to our left and that bright yellow.
Life jackets only on the top half.
Let's see here, 287. That is Winter Whitten and Mort Soul. Old Town and Blaine, Maine.
First Mort of the day. This Salute to Heroes is sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. 59th Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race. What's not to love, you know?
Absolutely. You know, it's funny too. We've talked so much today about this lovely weather here today, and going back and looking through the history of this race. They did say that one year it was in a blizzard, and they said it was. Some of the racers said it was absolutely beautiful, but man, was it difficult to compete in.
The blizzard doesn't surprise me. Makes me want to go to Dairy Queen, I'll tell you that much right now. All right, now this is a non-traditional route. These guys are coming through from the left side. Usually everyone loops around from the top right, so we'll see how this kind of goes for the Canoe 292. Oh, it's not going well at all.
And that is Brian Albee and Samuel Shear from Hamden and Machias, Port Maine.
Capsized.
Well, that's where they're from, but where they're at currently is in the water.
Yeah, I think. 171 making an easy pass. There's that surprise Pride Rock. That's what she said.
239.
Dale Hubbard and Natalie Seitz on that one listed at 171.
That was Quincy Howes Mosher and Shane Borello.
278, navigating the falls easily. Just a quick stick in the ground, and it was easy.
Well, the Let's Go call, that is Brian Rahill and Jason Bellner.
I got 181 coming through here. The next pack of canoe racers. Oh, hold on tight, but you are fine. Matt Bean and Megan Twitchell from Wolfboro, New Hampshire. They know all about this race in New Hampshire. Oh, that's a tough look.
Well,
they're okay.
Before they went down, we saw a 288 with Ty Sullivan and Cam Sullivan, both from Old Town. Oh, little bark from one of the Sullivans there.
Yeah.
Oh,
a kayak tipped over.
Oh man, it was going so well.
Just when Matt Talbot thought he had it, he goes. There he is.
They usually come in waves.
Yeah, well, I guess you can call that a South Portland portage for Matt Talbot.
You're going to see the bib number on this one when they turn here in just a second.
Starting to have a little bit of traffic here as some canoes are taking on water. Oh, this might be him. I told you. Is this Michael Kime? There's only a couple beards like that. It is Michael Kime out of Old Town, Maine.
That is he's
make some noise.
Bringing this crowd to life.
He's the lacrosse coach that I had mic'd up the other year at practice for his story.
Oh, let's see how this one does. Number 51. It looked like they were in trouble for a second, but they pulled through.
Duffman and Jory Tracy.
And I'm seeing over the horizon out here, we do have one of these has a flag on it. Take a look and see what that is.
Is it a Cooper flag?
Well, we're going to find out here in just a moment.
We just had a look at Ryan Fisher and Melissa Lewis in 194, but now 149's bouncing around.
Oh, they've got, is that Nessie?
The dinosaur.
Yeah, well, the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, I know.
At least I think that's Nessie.
Oh, it's got to be. Do we have a banana shirt this time? Or just plain Hawaiian in the back end? That's 17. 17 to 217. Ben and Sam Howard in the 17. Oh, I have 217-2 now on the new list. Hold on.
Little traffic jam there, but they're all
being nice about it.
They are.
That's for sure. Give them credit for that. Casey and Joe Quinn.
I'll never forget, I was covering the Passy a couple of years ago, and these two kids these two teenagers who were clearly buddy-buddy, did a little bit of a sabotage to each other, throwing water into each other's canoes. But great to see the camaraderie there, working together.
Well, let's see how this is going to take shape. Oh, that is painful.
Oh! And into the water.
It's all right. It's okay.
That crew is heading right on over.
Let's see, that was a run.
I believe that is 96, looks like.
Yep. These new papers are sticking together. 96, piloted by Corey Shaw out of Glenburn. The real winners are the fans. I don't know how they do it without falling over yet.
I don't either.
I would just eat it. 187 is roaring through. This is Amanda Campbell and Jason Phippen. A team from Chebogue Island and Vassalboro. Chebogue, thank you. Chebogue. Can't win them all. 113, 114 in a quick succession.
see here as we look over. I'm going to snag those binoculars that we've mentioned and get a number on this one. Oh, and I believe that was 270. I believe I saw it for about half a second there. We got 268 coming through.
Here's your 200s finally.
All right, 268 is Nick and Michael Doucette. Actually, I know Michael very well.
Oh, huh?
I
How's
do.
that?
Oh, he's a good friend of mine.
How do you think he's doing so far?
Oh, he's doing well. He's doing well.
From what you can see. Yeah.
Well done, Michael. And as for that 270, Payson Nichols and Ian Fraser from Bangor and Brewer, Maine. Well done, Michael. Sorry, I'm proud of him.
Oh, how can you not be? The portagers were William Bayenberg and Amanda Bayenberg from Corinth, and now we have 265 looking to traverse the falls. I think they're going to keep both their hats, but we'll see what happens.
Well, with those hats in 265 is Robert Rogers and Horatio Rogers. Horatio.
All right, even better.
I'm like 95% confident on that pronunciation.
Yeah.
Listen, with the last name like Magliozzi, I've heard my name butchered my entire life, so I'm doing my best on this one.
All right, now the latest look into the course is with Dan Clark and Jessica Massey from Orono. Quick Orono rush here for sure.
It is number 218 coming on through.
With the bright old school orange life jackets.
Are those tinfoil hats? I think they are.
They're completely tinfoil hats.
Oh.
Smooth sailing. Tinfoil hats belonging to Nick Brook and Miranda Sykes, I want to say, from Old Town. They have a couple theories, apparently. Yeah. We'll just go with that.
And that is number 277 coming on through. That is going to be Augustus Hoy and Finn Bonson, Old Town and Bangor. And, well, their current residence is the water.
Their address is labeled at Pride Rock, and they're headed straight for it, but
gust of wind's really picking up here.
Just a little slow up there, okay. I remember other years broadcasting with Sully when that rock was jutting out and stopping everybody that was ripping towards it.
We've got 224 facing the rapids. Relative ease.
They got it.
And then 224, that is Chris Brand and Justin Kinney from Auburn and Durham, Maine.
Having no trouble whatsoever.
And off to the side there is 283 with Sean Kane and Alex. Oh, goodness me.
Go for it.
Ostavine?
Land the plane.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Love the shot here with the Buc-ee's hoodie. Looking on.
And the stream, of course, too.
Oh, of course.
Good, too, yeah.
Got a little distracted there, Ben. I'm not going to lie. 253 making its way down. That is going to be Eli Stevenson and Matthew Leiterbach.
Mark Albert, Emma Bergensen. Next up is 253 is caught up in that log. Really the first team that has done that today.
Is that a top hat?
I think Slash needs his hat back.
That's a great hat.
It is.
Oh
my goodness! That's what I love. That's what I look like after a year of no shaving.
Love it.
Phenomenal
Absolutely
work by Gabe Burdett and Johanna Bergeson. What? Justin and Macy Tao out of Kenduskeag right there in the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. You had to know that was going to run.
I believe they've got a frog leading the way. Or is that a frog? Crocodile?
I'll tell you what it is. It's your best guess, and that's mine, too.
Well, what's going on over here?
Couple of tutus.
Nice.
Yeah, you think they'll stay dry?
Not a chance.
Saturated, tutu just ripped apart, disintegrated. Oh my goodness, just a beautiful day for this 59th Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race, and that's pretty much what the temperature is as we look forward to the 60th even next year.
I guess we'll know what the weather is going to be like depending on what my assignment is. If I'm streamside, it's going to be awful, but if I'm in here, it's going to be beautiful.
That's right. You have complete control. That's true. Not only do Kurt Olson and Todd Simcox and Patrick Osborne control the weather, you do as well. Tyler Barrell taking a break. He doesn't want to barrel away. All right, we got a solo kayaker coming up next with the red and yellow look. Let's see how they do. 86, nice, polite bounce through 6 Mile Falls. Staples, that was easy, button. Oh, here comes the horn.
Fantastic.
Justin Belanger from Bangor with the horn.
I will say, I don't know if...
original.
I don't know if they're related. We saw the tutus upstream, and we do have a fan dressed in blue with a tutu over on the right.
So you're saying they stopped to portage just to change?
It's possible.
Okay.
It's possible.
I wonder if Justin will be led into the World Cup with a horn like that.
Let's see, that
334, the 300s.
Is a 272.
Oh, no.
You know what?
Just when I thought they had it all under control.
Listen, celebrate right after you go down. That is the way to do it. But the one that we saw just a moment ago of 272 is Joshua Taylor and Jake Pelletier from Hamden.
He had the lean back method just now in canoe 342. And they're going to make friends here shortly. Look out.
Well, those friends in 342, their names are Dylan Wilson and Barrett. Prue? Listen, I took a few years of French. It clearly did not do much for me.
They couldn't wait to say hello. I think they probably rushed together or something. They look too familiar. 123 is coming up, followed by 126 on my stuck together lineup page. Justin Harvey and Michael Knights.
Now that is 293. He's about to attempt this way through here. 293 has Brian Albee and Josh Davenport.
Along with the Valancourt team for 152.
Finishing with them was in the 374.
Oh, they had a rough bounce near the end, I think.
374 features Daniel St. John and Micah Morton.
Getting a look at Georgia Jones and Peter Jones here. The Jones is keeping up with them from Bangor.
Also in that 316 craft, I do believe that is the Chapel Roan Pink Hat.
Really?
Great fit.
Oh, great one.
I do love some Chapel Roan, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you got to get down with it, right? Yeah. Oh, I thought that guy was going to cross his feet there. He was casual with it.
He's having fun.
Aren't we all?
That is 237. That is William Morrison and Colton Chiavelli.
Oh, 318 is down, Connor.
Oh, 318
Made it about
is down.
halfway.
Well, sorry to put you on the spot, 318, but that is Carolyn Menges and Kylie and Instis.
We continue to call it like we see them after that, as 155 is smoothly through the 6 Mile Falls setup. Very easy peasy for Bartlett and Libby.
You know, that was awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
Great work there, picking that up on the microphone.
153, maybe taking on a little bit of water, but getting through Duffy and James from AASF. 282. They better not make any noise.
Well, 282 has Kevin Lewis and Tyler Everett. And, they're mimes.
Yes.
Or
I think he's talking. There he is.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, the mimes.
Perfect.
That's so creative. I love it.
Man,
that's gonna be a highlight of the day thus far.
Absolutely. The start bailing command.
Oh man, they took their moment on TV and they ran with it.
Capitalized.
I believe that is 314. No?
314. Who's this one driving the pie?
Well, 314, I'll tell you that in just a moment. That is Jason Lilly and Sean Horan.
And how will they make it through? They will. a smooth transition for them. Let's head down Streamside for Alyssa.
Hi guys, I'm back with another Ella. And you just had a couple of friends here. The dress has the mimes. Tell us about them.
Yep, so they're all dressed up as mimes, and when they came by, they did a little fake paddle for us, which was awesome.
Now, do they typically do the race, or is this their first time?
Yep, they've done the race for 6 years. Last year, they were the Wizards, and the costumes just keep getting better. They go up and up.
What else have they been in years past? Do you remember?
Oh man, they were Bob Ross.
Ooh, I love that one.
Yeah, I can't remember any others besides that, but those were the two ones that stood out.
Very creative with a mime. What do you think they're going to do next year? Any idea?
Oh, great. I know that they had some talk about Lightning McQueen. I'm not sure what's next for them, though.
Yeah. Cars is a great movie, so that would be an excellent choice. And Ben and Connor, I know you guys love that movie too, for sure.
Absolutely. I think my pick's going to be Super Mario for my next costume idea.
That's a good one.
Mario,
I like
Luigi,
that.
all the Koopas and whatnot. Fantastic.
Well, I can't wait to see what they do year in, year out. Got a couple more coming on through here. Also, just a second ago, we saw the Harkness family from Portland, Seth and August, making their way through.
Well, it looks like a little bumpy ride here, but we'll see how it goes. Yes. Through in the orange kayak was 104. Dakota Raymond.
All by themselves in 3:05. That is Sarah Quaintance from Auburn, Maine.
Followed up quickly by the 102 blue kayak. Keeping it smooth, Jean Moore. And we'll be back with more right after this.
The WABI app for connected TVs is your connection to the information you want.
Locally produced news from across the country and around the corner. Loads of archived content available on your schedule, including previous newscasts.
And app-exclusive local programming live from the WABI Now news desk.
Including special newscasts, first alert weather, and breaking news as it happens. Search WABI on your connected TV and start streaming today.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These are the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
And welcome back, everyone. And I got to say, Ben, I really feel like we've had some pretty good seats, although that person up there in the tree might have the best view of all.
That's dicey.
That is dicey. I mean, listen, shout out the effort to get up there and get a good view, but I wouldn't consider myself brave enough to try that one.
That's high.
That is very high.
Kramer said that Newman always climbed like a ring-tailed lemur on Seinfeld. I think that's the key there.
Listen, I don't believe we can endorse anyone to do that, but I'm impressed.
But there's a look at it.
There's a look.
Bruce Gilbert and Stacey Haynes in the 208. I love Lincolnville. And that's what they're out of, Lincolnville and Augusta.
And we got 285 coming on down. That is a two-person craft that has Rowan Gagne and Jeffrey Gagne from Franklin and Deer Isle, Maine.
This is one after the other. This might be fast and furious, Connor. Oh, there's a little bit of room. 185 is smooth. Andrew Blunt and Lauren Fisher.
They're in 346. That is Aaron Wilson McFarlane and Camille Arcula, both from Oriole, Maine.
They're loving it. 135 on the top end.
Also just
Steve Foley and Henry Foley at 135.
We saw 319 a minute ago. That is Lee Hecker and Jeff Hecker, both from Orono, Maine. One Orono represented here today.
A quick falter, but it was okay. And this has been a total misfire for the 165 of Rhoda Betcher, Patrick Dupre, and Maria McMorrow.
Well, it's funny.
Better luck tomorrow.
we pulled away from 135. It looked like they were going down, but a smooth recovery. Same cannot be said for the red one right behind them.
All right. Now a couple trouble spots right now.
I believe that is our first 400s number that we've called out thus far today. 439, that is Carl Kohler and Ben Kohler, also from Orono, Maine.
I don't know how Johnson Outdoors has any more inventory left after all these Orono folks coming through this race. All right, this one's going a little left to right approach, Connor. I don't know how it's going to shape up.
Well, we're going to find out here just in a minute. That is number 350, Mariah Redding and David, I believe that's Merino from Hamden.
And Hadley Corrad and Caroline Hilly. There you go. With the shades. They took your baseball sunglasses, Connor.
344 power on through. We also have a portage coming out here, and that is for 446. That is Tim Cushman and Mark Jones, Presque Isle, Maine, and Morton, Illinois.
Portage is French for good idea. Did you know that?
I did not.
Couple green canoes coming through as the Portage shout-outs continue.
We just had two come through. So look at the number. That is going to be 424 and 298. So that 298, that is, after a brief moment of suspense here, Ben.
Yes.
Jasper Mikowski and Jacob Levesque.
All right, it looks like one is yielding the right of way between the two red canoes. Looks like they were bracing for it, but they're going to be all right.
And number 343 there is Joshua Neal and Abbott Hooper, also from Orono, Maine.
Oh. We're going back to the 270s.
That is, I believe, 273, it looks like.
Yeah.
273 has Joseph Gattazzi and David Vigno.
And a baseball cap and a fedora.
Got 328 making its way now. That is Adam Witham and Elias Can.
That's one way to put it, as they take on water but stay upright through the falls.
They're making their way through. 417 now going through the rapids. Not too much trouble there for, let's see, we've got 417.
They're leaning.
Liam Jensen and Aaron Cunningham with the recovery.
Yeah, nice exciting moment or two there. Now you got the 3-2-1 car counting down to the falls.
21. Well, that is Bruce Sutherland and Alden Sutherland from Eddington and Rangeley, Maine.
Wonder if Kiefer and Donald Sutherland ever ran this race.
We'll have to look into that.
I doubt it. All right.
Oh.
There's a look at where we are.
Yeah.
Our booth is that blue tent.
349. And in at 349.
They're taking on water. 338 is taking on a little bit of water, but they're surviving. A sturdy canoe.
All right, well, 349 was Justin King. And in 338, that is Cruz Coffin and Jonathan Pangburn.
Ooh, some athletes. Little John Babst Ellsworth connection there.
2:28 is making its way now. That is Nicholas Pooler and Ben Pooler.
We got Napoleon Dynamite and Pedro
Nice.
here. Nice. That's a throwback to about the 40th Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race, I'd say.
You know, Ben, I'm not going to lie. I still have yet to watch Napoleon Dynamite. It is on my bucket list.
Well, whenever you have 45 minutes, you'll be able to watch the whole thing.
All right, we just saw, you see 351 on your monitor now. That is, let's see, Constanza Chris and Ludi Katie from Durham and Richmond.
All right, this is a calm approach, but will it be a calm finish? Just fine.
Well, a calm approach and finish it is for Connor Alley and Max Hooper, Kittery and Sydney, Maine.
Oh, I knew there'd be some bailing in that one.
Yeah, I got to get a little bit of water out of there. They seem like they've got it under control, though. Very nice, easy. Yeah, taking some time to wave to the folks.
Oh, we got 1-6-7.
One there.
McKenna Homa and Jesse Kennedy.
Yes, there's the excitement. Good job indeed. 398 is making its way. Let's see how they do. Couple of bounces, still steady, and a lot of excitement there in 398. And that is going to be Lily Weaver, Elijah Miller Wilson, Lovenia Clark.
You know, I think what's also
all from Portland.
What's also nice about being here at 6 Mile Falls is these fans, they stick around, all right? They're not like, it's not like they see their kid at the talent show and then leave out of the back row. They're here all afternoon having a great time.
And that's the thing, Ben. I mean, hey, we got here around 11 a.m. You know, it is now almost 2:30. This place was already packed with people, you know, and it was still about an hour. Oh, well, let's say.
Natalie DeJager and Rebecca Merriman, that's just that's one way to go.
So many people were coming hanging out, even though we were still, you know, well over an hour away from seeing anyone come through. And I think that's just a testament to just how beloved of a tradition this is and just how exciting it is for people to come out here and really celebrate the start of spring.
Absolutely.
And enjoy this nice weather.
Margaret Veach and AJ just held on, and then here's 345.
And 345, that is Alex Cust and Ryan Blake. Yeah, smack
slam.
The slam on it.
Da-da-da. Let the boys be boys.
There you go. Little high five there.
At my speed, I'd be high-fiving after portaging, I think.
I would be high-fiving if I got in and it didn't immediately tip over.
We got Alex Drew Weatherby and Heath Weatherby looking to navigate again. Connor's high bowling score coming through here.
300 on the dot. It is Jeff Sheff and Henry Sheff. Jeff Sheff, great name, gotta say.
Jeff Sheff.
Jeff Sheff. I believe I'm pronouncing
Can
that correctly.
Can he cook or no?
There's only, well, we'll have to ask him.
Ask him as he's coming through under this bridge.
That is 425 with a wave there after coming through the rapids. 425 has Tony Longo and Caleb Ginn.
Connor's water bottle that we couldn't get open from the first hour is still sealed shut.
That it is.
Gonna need to use some butter.
Yeah. 396 there, standing up for a second before going back down. And that 396 craft has Robert Rolfe and Aaron Brunel. Aaron from Waterville and Robert from Fairfield.
Waterville in the stream race, just it writes itself.
All right, we got looks like a couple of more making their way down now. Let's see how they all do.
Let's go, baby! Kenudskeag 46, baby!
46, they said. They're only 13 off.
That's a couple years off.
Couple digits off. It would make sense if it was someone older than, hey, this is my 46 running of the race.
Listen, the spirit and the enthusiasm was there. That's one of the most important things as 378 makes its approach to the rapids.
An A for effort for mathematics.
So that was like me doing math. 378 has Huck Powers and Teddy Romero, both from Bar Harbor. Actually, it's from 378 down to 384. This is all Bar Harbor. That is several different crafts.
Wow.
I think they organized that one together, or that was just chance.
Or maybe they just said they're from Bar Harbor.
Yeah, that could be the case too. I believe that is 325 that just made its way by.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of traffic going back and forth.
Well, 325 is the James family, Eric and Ted, both from Bangor. 367. I had to do it for the kids, Ben. I really had to. Well, 367 is Isaac Atkinson and Maxim LaPlante from Old Town and Orono. Here comes 399.
The low price.
Low price of $3.99, and that is being captained by Harrison Fitzpatrick and Adam Jandreau.
That was pretty easy. They had a quick splash in the front end. It might bail a little bit closer to the bridge, but yeah, he's checking it right there. He's like, oh crap, I'm wet. All right, we're converging here. There's no telling what could happen.
Some moves are being made here on the outside.
Yeah, but
we got three coming in all at once. What's going to happen?
Oh, I guess they're being polite. It's not a race, I suppose.
Well, that one is all through. We're trying to get a bib number here, but it's 4-4 something. Oh, 447. They heard me. Well, shout out to them for turning just in time. That is Billy Smith and Aiden McIver, both from Greenville.
Followed by 284 and 347.
Well, 284, that is going to be Danielle Hardre and Dwayne Hubert. We got 404 going over the rapids now, and so
hang on to it
for a second, but they're staying afloat. And on that effort in 404 was Cody Doobie and Jared Ballard, both from Gorham.
I told you, you'd be getting your numbers now, Connor.
You know what? I certainly have. 329, that is featuring Luke Thumbs and Augustus Williams, both from Union, Maine.
Look at this approach.
Oh!
He found the bumps.
Hanging in there at 320, that is Nate Jordan and Donnie Bentley, both from Levant.
They are headed dead left.
413.
Okay?
Let's see. Yep. Not an issue there in 413, and that is Liam Waring and Tim Waring from Orono as well.
Oh boy. 144 with a lot of momentum. Bouncing on through. They've got it.
Making it through with ease.
That was TSC Contractors.
Fortunately, they made it through with ease. The one right behind them, it did not. I believe that is bib number 35.
You know, one thing leads to another. This guy's really sizing it up there. And no, that was. Yep. I'd be proud of it too.
324 has just made its way through.
Oh!
I
spoke too soon.
The classic commentator's curse. I'm not going to lie, Ben. That is a first for me.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'm sorry that Heath Olson and Eric Olson from Hamden, I apologize for cursing you. That is on me. You can blame that one on me 1,000%.
Send them a letter. All right. Tough posture here, but it's okay.
You know, okay.
Now it's me.
That's two in a row.
Now it's me.
What was that? Is that 440?
Is the one who just tipped over completely.
Well, it is Jeremiah Sands and Jacob Crocker that you just cursed there from Orono and Bangor.
Sam Shepard, Sophia Sturdivant from Scarborough. I'm going to say they're going to be okay, but hey, you never know. And that's the way they're coming under the bridge and heading down towards downtown Bangor. They have about 6 miles to go. That's why they call it 6 Mile Falls.
Seems like, say again, solid name for it. Makes sense. That is the 387 boats there that we're seeing coming down. And 387 is featuring Issa Pizament and Bennett Peters.
This race started today at 11 a.m. up at the Kenduskeag Union Church, running 16.5 miles down to downtown Bangor. Ben Barr, Connor Magliozzi, Alyssa Thurlow, Streamside, and everybody is coming through now.
Oh, that's stuck. It's going. Oh, what's happening here? It's turning back. And if they survive, they've made it through. That was incredibly impressive to watch.
That was a huge hit.
Oh, I did not think they were going to make it. But the Chapel Roan pink cowboy hat. Oh, but at the same time, though, right in front of us, Well, there's the paddle because there is another boat that is sinking.
I
It
believe
appears to be 291. And there they go. There in the
that
water.
was the big hitter, 172. Paige Anderson and Emma Buck. Unbelievable shot taken, but they're going right on through, and we're taking this broadcast right on through up till 3 o'clock. We'll be right back from 6 Mile Falls.
The Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race on WABI is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold. Winsmore Garage Doors and more. Everyone wins at Winsmore. And Allied Realty. Buying or selling a home, call the results team at Allied Realty.
Washington Media Scholars Foundation, empowering the next generation of professionals through scholarships, career opportunities, and industry connections. Compete for over $150,000 in scholarships and win an all-expenses-paid networking trip to Washington, D.C. Connect with leading companies in media, broadcasting, and digital communications. Enhance your skills and accelerate your career. Visit mediascholars.org and apply today.
Every moment counts if you're at risk or living with lung cancer. And anyone with lungs can get lung cancer. It causes more cancer deaths than breast, colon, and prostate combined. And while there may be moments where you question your next step, through it all, Go-To for Lung Cancer is here for you. We are your community. For screening, treatment, and survivorship support, Go-To is your go-to. Confronting lung cancer starts here. Visit goto.org.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
Welcome back to WABI's coverage of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. We want to thank Coastal Auto Parts, the title sponsor for our coverage of today's race. Coastal Auto Parts, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. It's the 59th Kenudskeag Race, Connor.
That it is, and Mamma Mia, it's incredible to think that it's been that long. And speaking of Mamma Mia, it's I see up ahead of me, we got Mario and Luigi. They are having a little bit of difficulty, though. It appears getting their craft back in the water.
Well, it serves them right for stealing my costume idea from earlier on in the show. But that's okay.
I have a feeling when they do eventually come through, though, this place is going to go nuts for them. I mean, how can you not love Mario and Luigi, you know?
They're just they just came out of the green pipe. They have to get situated before they go through the falls.
There they are.
Yeah.
Oh.
They need to eat a star or two before they can conquer these rapids.
They'll get there. They will.
Yeah, I believe in you. Oh, look at this.
The pirate ship here with the flag. Oh, that is, looks like 340. Well, ahoy, mateys.
Flag. How do they keep that on?
Give a yard to both of you. And then there is Blake Williams and Anthony Williams from Saco. As he waves the sword to the crowd.
There's Pride Rock.
There
Ouch.
it is.
The pain underneath.
I don't know if the microphone picks it up, but as soon as those pirates went by, a lot of people in the crowd sending them their best yar.
Yo ho. Even the lumberjacks, when I would see them down at the Great Maine Lumberjack Show, would be like, yo ho.
Gotta see that one of these days.
I'm gonna see Tina and all them. All right. The slow approach. Oh, that's 111. Hey, that's one of my numbers coming up. It's like I'm waiting for bingo all day.
Oh, and Mario and Luigi, they're making their way, although they are going backwards.
111.
Oh, no.
This is a new approach.
Oh, they're taking on a lot of water, though. And
are they stuck? They might be stuck.
Down. Oh, not Bowser.
It's a slow burn for the Italian plumbers.
Oh, and
now they're in the way.
They're colliding with the 420 vessel. And that 420 is Ulette and Kayla Ogden from Poland, Maine. A lot of excitement from through the Mario Brothers. Now on the approach is 391. 391 is featuring Greg Kanders and Zach Kanders from Bangor.
It looks like the Super Mario Brothers just got the unfortunate message of, sorry, Peach is in another castle, the way that went.
I'm going to be searching that castle for a little bit of time.
It's 6 miles away at the finish line.
I'm so glad the microphone picks that one up.
Hey, we got great equipment. We pick up everything.
Oh, that we do. Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, looks like we might have a Carhartt duo or trio here.
Yeah, the trio is number 460. Tegan Paulson, Russell Lola, and I'm sorry, that was Tegan Paulson, Connor Nordman, Max Chaffin-Jacobs. Actually, Max from Newton, Massachusetts. That's where I was born, Ben.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
And here you are.
Here I am.
To this day.
Oh.
All right. The aforementioned Green Man is here. Let's take it down Streamside for this watch.
All right, guys. You see that? The Green Man is coming. The man of the hour. We've been waiting. We've got his dad here. Oh,
Ryan!
Oh! Oh, Dad is sad.
Yes, very sad.
Oh. But Mike, tell us who is in that boat right now.
Ryan and his buddy Brandon.
Awesome. And Ryan had a really cool moment quite a few years ago, right? 2018 here at the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. We have it on camera somewhere, guys. Tell us what happened.
Well, he got proposed to his wife, the kid's children's father and mother. They proposed right here, and they've been married ever since.
That is awesome. A love story right at the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. And again, we have his kiddos right in front of us. Watching Dad, and sad that he wiped out at 6 Mile Falls. Can you guys wave?
Wave to the camera.
A little camera shy. All right, guys, we'll send it back up to you.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough.
But hey, great story, though, for the engagement.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
And
he was really green, too.
Yeah, they are going off to the side to come back into this race. Now making their way. It's John Warren and Tom Schutz in the 311 boats.
Oh, these guys know what they're doing. Oh. Likewise. Uh-oh.
Oh, down goes 421. That is Kirsten Higgins and Eli Beauchamp.
There you go.
Both of Bangor.
They're thinking it over still down there by Pride Rock. They just got past it. I don't know what they're holding on to, but they're okay. An easy kayak run there for one Wagner Vieira from Eddington. Ooh, smooth sailing there for those guys.
The 402 boats. That is Connor Mullen and Andrew Fulton.
Oh, quick shot to the gut. And a spin.
Oh, but a recovery, though. Going backwards. Oh, let's see how he does. Trying to correct course here.
Right in front of the rock.
Oh, my God. That's got to be tough. Currently going backwards now. Turning back around, but we have 332 coming on through. 332 is Thomas Donnelly and James Ennis, both from Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Oh, I thought we had another stander.
What, those Mickey ears, maybe? Cat ears? Well, 385. Let's see how they do, making it on through. And in that 305 craft is Kinga Toth Ron. Oh, goodness me, Ben. I might ask for your help on this one.
What? Toth Rahani?
Toth Rahani?
I thought you were pointing at 384.
No.
That's Pixie Marvelous, by the way.
Oh, goodness me.
Yep. Love the bright green here.
Also in 386 is Charlie Nadeau and Sierra Abrams. We just saw them pass a moment ago.
Well, it's been another great edition of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race here from 6 Mile Falls. You know, we've had our easy riders, we've had our spills, and it's, you know, lived up to the tradition, I'd say, so far.
It has. It's been an eventful time. You know, we've seen some great costumes. We've had a lot of great energy. The crowd here has been absolutely phenomenal, and we've had many memorable wipeouts, too.
I'm wondering if the green man's going to take another run at it here. He's hanging up.
Well, it looks like they're getting recomposed.
Yeah.
So it looks like we might get another attempt at the rapids. I'd be curious to see how they do on the second go-around. Yeah.
He's going over what went wrong in the last one. That doesn't work for me when I golf, but maybe it'll work for him when he stands up and goes through 6 Mile Falls.
4:15, not a problem going through those rapids. That is Henry Hill and Esther Burrow from Orono.
Henry Hill?
Henry Hill?
From like the witness protection program in Goodfellas. That Henry Hill?
To be honest, also, I'm really bad when it comes to movies, Ben.
Okay, moving on. Moving on, buddy. Don't know Goodfellas. Felix Kydell and Johnny Manning are here. Two riders listed in that. They are submerged.
They're riding on. And everything's coming out. Oh, goodness me.
This is tough to watch.
And that includes not just their stuff, but also them as well. A little collision there with another boat. Now the effort goes into collecting all of that so it does not go downstream and you lose it forever. Ooh. Oh, we got the bottle.
Don't bring anything in a canoe that you're not willing to lose.
I'm going to get that as a motivational poster.
There we go.
Still waiting on that second attempt from the green men. We're still getting ready over there.
He's like, let's make some noise.
Well, 4:30 just made its way through. That is Justin Whitney and Hannah Marshall from Buxton, Maine.
Oh. Now, Buxton, that was the town at the end of the Shawshank Redemption. Do you know about that or no?
Listen, I'm decently versed in the plot of the Shawshank Redemption for the most part. Again, also have yet to see it. I was
where he buried the money under the rock.
Oh yes, okay. Listen, I've seen plenty of those. I've seen so much of that movie in like 1 minute segments on TikTok. It's crazy.
Yeah. That last little dust up there in the middle by Pride Rock was the perfect opportunity to say a salute to heroes. Sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor. Call Physical today and love your life. And hey, even Alyssa's been a heroic Streamside presence here today.
Lending a hand, you love to see it.
We're pulling out all the stops, Connor. Now you've been Streamside reporting for a little while here in the years past. Any moments stick out to you when you were down there?
Ooh. I remember I was interviewing this one group of Maine students who like basically had just found out about the race like the day prior. They said they would give it a go. And let me tell you, those guys were pumping up the crowd like you would not believe. I also remember the time that I sang with a pirate on air.
Oh, I do remember. Oh, my goodness. Well, Alyssa's about to add to the chapter of Streamside stories. Alyssa, what's up?
This is a first thing I've seen, guys. Okay, so we lost a paddle here, and we picked up a stick along the way. First off, tell everyone what your names are.
My name's Quincy.
All right, Quincy.
Colin.
All right, is this your first time doing the canoe race?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
How's it been so far?
It's been a journey. We lost a couple paddles there, and we got a stick now. So.
We're good. How did the stick do? I mean, you got us this far.
Not good. Not good.
We had a stick, we landed good.
We actually just got the stick.
Yeah.
So.
Flush it.
All right. Will you guys come back next year?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
More paddles.
Very good. Well, best of luck to you guys. All right, thank you guys. I'll send it back to you.
Boy, it's a war of attrition down there for some. I remember when Mr. McLean ripped through hours ago. Oh, my God. That's a turnaround. It's sometimes you feel like you're watching MXC. But, yeah, just an awesome day of canoe racing. That's for sure.
Well, we got some intense communication here from this craft at 410, calling out commands, and it worked.
All right. Here comes the next attempt from the green standee.
All right, here we go. Let's get ready. Let's see how they do. Second time around. Oh! Oh! Oh, they've done it. Oh, it got scary there for a second, Ben. It was not perfect, but it was just good enough to get through that second attempt, proving fruitful for them. And a yes.
Just a quick pin. What's the feedback down there, Alyssa?
Mike, how are they doing so far?
Very good. He made it the second time. There he goes. There he goes.
You mentioned they don't give up, and they certainly did not.
He doesn't give up. He doesn't like to lose. Say hi, Rye. Hey, say hi, Green Man. Keep going. We'll see you something, huh?
Any advice for him for the rest of the way, other than stay standing, of course?
Stay out of the water, of course. Yes, yes.
All right.
Thank you. Wait a minute. I got one more time.
Go, Bucky.
She wants you to show the shot.
All right.
There you go, Lisa.
Ben and Connor will send it back for you guys.
Phenomenal Streamside reporting from Alyssa Thurlow.
Also, love the perseverance there. Obviously, didn't go your way the first time around. Second time around, making it work, going through adversity. I feel that's even more inspirational for the kids to see. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, they get 2 runs at the X Games. Why can't they have another one at the canoe race, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great life lesson in there. It doesn't work the first time around. Keep on pushing through.
Unless I'm putting. But anyway.
You and me both, Ben.
All right, let's see this calmer water will treat this latest canoe. Pretty perfect, I'd say.
I'd say making it through pretty well there as well. We got 2 more now coming down here.
.426 and 441 are next up.
In that 426 boat, that is Susan Lawrence and Matthew Lawrence from Topsom.
Someone's getting some drone footage of the race today.
Oh, a little excited there.
Yeah. It's excitable. I mean, you're about to turn over and get freezing cold.
You know, Ben, it's so funny. I do believe Miles Cannon and Aiden signed there. It might have been some of the people I was talking about earlier. Those look just like the 2 guys I was talking about who were doing the Passy a couple of years ago and fighting each other. I'll have to go back and, because I got an interview with them, I'll have to double check if those are the names, but those certainly look like those gentlemen. As that is a phenomenal hat in that boat.
I think that's his natural hair. Looks like he plays for the Bruins in the 70s.
Made a brief break in the action, but now it looks like we got a couple of more making their way.
Yeah. Yeah, these last couple of spills have really shown why those Tree Island seats are so expensive for those fans.
Well, that 312 boat, that is Brianna Bean and Matt Lamberts.
Crisscross.
From Brewer and Bangor.
Quick shout out in the last couple minutes of our coverage for all of our behind the scenes crew, getting all these great camera shots and directions, really helping us follow this race, because Connor and I obviously are 2 overwhelmed people having a great time here at 6 Mile Falls pretty much.
It has been a great time. This has been fun. I mean, it's always a fun day, but I really feel like just the energy of the crowd, the warm weather, and a lot of the action we've seen has just really made this a phenomenal race day.
And some more Portage Fellowship, so to speak. Oh man, I missed that guy climbing down that tree. He's been gone for a while now. Let's check in with Alyssa one more time.
Yeah, hi guys. We have some parents of some more first-timers of the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race. Tell us who just went through.
Our daughter Brianna and her boyfriend Matt.
Awesome. And where are you guys from?
Bangor.
So is this your first time being a spectator, or have you come in years past?
Well, we've come in years past.
And
I've done it before.
A number of times, yeah.
So did you give them any words of wisdom?
The water's cold. That's what I told them.
Hey, we tested it earlier. Believe it or not, it was like 50 degrees.
Oh,
That's
really?
not that bad.
No.
Right.
Now, conditions in years past haven't been ideal. Have you been here in years past when it hasn't been great?
Yes, you have. I have one time there was not much water. The first time I did it, there was a lot of water. So totally different both times.
Well, they made it through.
Yeah, they did great.
312 did good. We're proud of them, yes.
Well, congratulations to them, and thank you guys so much for talking with us. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the race.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Alyssa, so much. Connor, look at those proud parents getting ready to have their daughter rip on through, and hey, maybe get a laugh or two if the boyfriend falls in.
Listen, it's. I feel bad saying that would be good to see because obviously you want to make sure everyone stays afloat. But I'm not gonna lie, it is always a very entertaining time whenever it happens.
Oh boy, there's a wide look at our broadcast vantage point that we've had all afternoon here in Bangor at the legendary 6 Mile Falls. Big highlights of today. I really like the mimes. I got to tell you,
the mimes
drops
were great.
The paddle and just goes to work on the mime routine.
Mario and Luigi were fantastic. Trying to think back, we had that one moment where it felt like we had like 5 different boats all kind of going down at once. A lot of really great memorable moments that we've had today.
We had a very standard, beautiful day weather forecast throughout that led to some very high water marks. A lot of smooth sailing, but I tell you what, I think next year for Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race number 60, that might mean that Pride Rock comes back with a vengeance.
I imagine it will.
But yeah, we'll see for sure.
Wonder if they'll do anything extra special, given the fact that it'll be 60 years. I feel like they probably will.
Yeah, I bet for sure. I know. It was tough to take the news of Sonny Colburn passing away earlier this year, but there were moments to honor him at between the start and finish line. I was hearing from the Bangor Parks and Rec folks. So yeah, we had that moment this year to remember one of the foundational pieces of this tradition, and yeah, we'll have. I'm sure there'll be something special for next year for the 60th.
Yeah, and I know both of those gentlemen who founded this are no longer with us, but what an amazing legacy that they have created with this phenomenal tradition that is so beloved here in this area.
Absolutely. We've got Alyssa again. Alyssa.
Hi guys, yeah, I made my way down here. I'm with Sue from Wayne, Maine. This is also her first time here at the Kenudskeag Stream Canoe Race, and she's got the cowbell. I don't know if you guys have been able to hear it in the background this whole time, but I had to make my way down here. Sue, how is it for your first time?
It's awesome. The weather's just perfect. Could be heaven.
Yeah, she said, the weather, we've been talking about the gorgeous weather all day, and she said this was a perfect opportunity. It was going to be a great day for it, so they had to make their way down. How do you think the racers have done so far today?
It's very good, yes.
All right. We'll keep ringing that bell for the rest of the race, Sue, okay? Thanks so much for being with us.
We're really glad we had the rain a couple days ago, like in the middle of the night with all the thunder and everything, so it's working out.
It certainly is. All right, Sue, thanks so much, and hopefully we're going to get some more rain tomorrow, so that's good news, absolutely. All right, we'll send it back to you guys.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell, Connor.
See, that reference, I did get you on that one.
Okay, finally.
that is a classic.
As John Piccone is rescued by the heroes there in 64. There we go. I knew I'd get you one of these moments. Oh! Boy, that was a shiver there from... I told you, Pride Rock's coming back. Pride Rock listens.
There's a youngster enjoying this day.
Learning the ropes. Taking it all in. Remembering every little thing.
That's one of the great things too. I mean, this is such a family event. You know, I've seen a lot of them out today. You know, a lot of families just getting out, enjoying a beautiful day here in Maine, and having a lot of fun with it.
Because we know a lot of the times it isn't a beautiful day for this race.
Oh man!
Oh, jeez!
Wow, that was a hard hit that they took there, but incredible recovery though. I think that was one of the classic examples of what we talked about earlier. With a higher water level, a lot of those obstacles you're not going to see. And thankfully, though, they recovered incredibly well. And I know the camera did not spot it, but the gentleman there in the green shirt and the green canoe kind of gave him a little shout out there, pointed to him as essentially, I believe, to say congrats for surviving that one.
I was going to say, I think that hit looked like one of those moments where it was like, just when you thought it was okay.
Oh, well, well, quite the opposite there. I thought it was not going to be okay for a second. The 437 boat surviving, though.
Oh, again. He's too far up the front end. Imagine that, taking those shots, and then you only have 6 more miles to go.
Well, I will say in that 437 boat, that is River Durant and Ian Cameron, both of Rumford.
Rumford. I know plenty of buddies from down in Rumford, that's for sure. Hi, Hoyt.
And then in 429, which we're seeing go down the rapids right now, that is Alex Gibson.
Oh,
and Jacob
going
Clark.
Down the rapids,
and,
literally.
They are quite literally going down the rapids, Ben. You were right. Still hanging on, though.
Yeah.
To at least a piece of that. It's like I'm watching Titanic all over again.
Down the river. There's plenty of room on that canoe. Got to gather yourself there.
Brief pause there in the action, although it does look like the rescue crew is going over near the rapids. I'm wondering.
You got to clear the deck.
Yeah, wondering what they're going over there for. Oh, yeah, they're turning back around.
Still treacherous as ever.
Oh, and speaking of treachery, just was out of frame. But listen,
there's a couple tosses there.
Oh yeah, there's two crafts went down the rapids, and one quite literally went down the rapids. But some nice shirts there in the 264 boats.
That's right. This Salute to Heroes is sponsored by Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Bangor, called Physical Today, and Love Your Life.
It's kind of like the Jimmy Buffett shirts, no?
Looks like they're loving life despite any wipeouts today. That's something that I would wear. Love it.
That is very nice.
Got to go golfing after this race.
And that is Cassandra Radigan and Evan Calden of Lisbon.
Lisbon, okay.
Those lovely shirts.
Lisbon on the water, all right.
You think they planned the match or no?
Oh, yeah, they just woke up. Yep, they just rolled out.
433 looked like it was in a bit of trouble there, but recovered well.
All right, it's a race. It's a race to the rapids, Connor.
All right, let's see who's
pulling away.
It's usually trouble when two going at once.
Got to survive the falls.
Both seem to make it through just fine.
No jinx.
No jinx at all. 259 is Colleen Matthew and Luke Enright, both of Green, Maine.
Easy peasy. Let's see who's next.
Pull out the binoculars here, Ben, as I take a look.
Got to check out another great shirt.
Yeah, that's a nice silver helmet.
Oh, that was a heavy drop.
That was a splash right to the face.
Gonna bail here in a minute.
Oh, but they're making their way through. Hey, a lot of smiles.
I don't see a number. That's an unidentified rowing object. Let's see how these folks handle as we wind down our coverage of the canoe race this year. Nice.
455 there. That is Tristan Lewis and Gwen Armitage.
Apparently they've got some fans waving at him. All right, let's see. We might get one more run in here. Let's end it with a bang. How are we going to do? This is what we're going to remember. The buzzer beater. And an easy, smooth couple of rides.
And arms in the air.
On a great day of canoe racing. Connor, it was great. I want to thank you for broadcasting with me today. It was awesome, man. Until next football season, man.
Absolutely, Ben. Can't wait for it.
Give it up for our behind-the-scenes crew. Alyssa Thurlow, I'm Ben Barr. Thanks for watching.
How did a